Welcome to Tuber Chat. Whether you're working on your first 1,000, 2,000, or even 10,000 subscribers and beyond, you've come to the right place. We're going to introduce you to some of the most influential content creators that can help to get your channel moving beyond your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. The very first channel that we're looking at today is the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch, and this is Susan. This is somebody who's been a dear friend for a very long time. She happened to drop a super chat right before we started, so I put that channel up first for today. We always put super chatters on the screen right away. Members get added to the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat, but everything here is open to everyone. So after a long period of time, usually about 2 hours or so, I will add some more names to our wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation throughout the stream. Izzy's here for the first time. Hopefully you're feeling welcome, and for anybody else that's brand new to Tuber Chat today, hopefully you're also feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators that will come through the chat today. Everybody's here to connect, so you can feel free to connect with anybody that you'd like to. If you take your time, meet people one by one, and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. Chocolate Drop is putting a highlighted milestone message in the chat, and thank you for that. She always calls me Mr. Customer Service. I'm sure that's for my voice, but that's a fun thing we've had going on for a long time, so thank you for that. Kokomo Joe 13, thank you for the kind words in the chat before we started. And we've got quite a few names on the wheel already. Scratch and PPA and Michael's Adventures were in the top 2 positions as usual. They're beloved and dedicated moderators and 2 of the most supportive creators that I've met in my 6.5 years on YouTube now. As well, Canadian Family Life and Kristen Welton were both early in the door. Kristen Welton, of course, is here as a member and a moderator. That's my love. And then Yellow Shirt Dad and Just Chasing Keto and more were here before we started. Granny Filming Again is on the wheel, but actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to make that the next channel that we look at, because Granny Filming Again was here yesterday and I missed putting her on the wheel. Members are supposed to be added to the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. For anybody that is a member, if you wonder or if you can't see yourself on the list or don't hear me mention it, then please give us a nudge. I make as many mistakes as anybody, I promise you, but I'd rather make the mistake of doing something twice than not doing it. Cabaret Gaming's coming in as well. The Bullock Experience, Rushing Wind Mountain, and Lisa J. Stocks are all in the house also. And hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. We got Storytime with Uncle Bill here. Cooking with Ned is in the house. Cool Gamer came by quickly. Kelly Family Adventures is in the house. Leon Legendary Productions is a longtime friend. Leslie Boss Motivation is back in the house again. That's Vlog 21 is also here, and Rock Chick Beauty's in from the UK. Theta Eisenberg, always good to see you, and Wheaton Shaw always brings fun into the chat. DMV Frizzy, good to see you here also, and hopefully again I'm not missing anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. Yeah, thank you, Cabaret Gaming. They are working hard. They post every day, they stream every day, or pretty close to it. So the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch that we're looking at right now, you see Susan, she's in a lot of the thumbnails, and of course on the banner. She's got some shorts on this homesteading channel, and some of these are starting to really move into 700, 800 views and beyond. Live streams are frequent on this channel, at least once a week. And what Susan will do is bring us an action-packed show, starting with a devotional. She wants to inspire us in a spiritual way, and then give us a platform where we can discuss some newsworthy topics, as well as introduce us to a lot of other creators and influencers on StreamYard panels, and possibly even bring on some music to further inspire us spiritually. She posts frequently as well, and as we can see, she just put out a brand new video, so I'm going to take that one right away. I'm going to put it into a special playlist I keep called Catch Up, and that just gives me a chance to keep caught up with creators. Playlists can be a great tool for that, and if anybody in the house would like to swap playlists with each other right now for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Granny Filming Again's up on the screen. We'll talk about her channel in a second. Erica's Wacky World, good to see you in the house. And let me get I Am Betty J. Gathers onto the wheel. She dropped, I think, a premiere earlier, right? Yes. It was the premiere. She was cooking some vegetables, showing us how we can keep those crispy while we're putting those in the oven. Ria's Blissful Connections is in the house as well. We'll get that channel onto the wheel. Now, Granny Filming again is here with us almost every single day, and she films random content, basically anything that comes to mind or anything that might be interesting. The last video that I watched was actually this one, I Have No Skills and Other Food Stuff, where she's cooking different things, but she explains sometimes people have different skills that they'll bring to the table. Like, for instance, in our home, Kristen and her daughter Kira made French toast this morning, which is probably my favorite thing for breakfast. And we have it often here, but Kristen makes it better than I ever will. I just simply throw some milk in with the eggs, mix it, and it's as basic and bland as it can be. But she understands the spices and the different types of things you can put together to make it a little bit more interesting. And that's what Granny Filming again is talking about, the idea that some people have specialties in the kitchen, whereas she's just kind of putting things together. But it seems to work. She's got quite a bit there, and then cleaning up the kitchen afterwards, doing dishes and everything that we all love. So I was happy to see that. But Granny Filming again will bring us lots of random content. You can get some ideas on their About page. They update that frequently. I'm just going to take this video they put together for watch hours here and put it in my catch-up list as well. We'll look at her shorts and see what she's got going on here. Some of these have gotten into almost 6,000 views, and a couple of them over 6,100, which is great to see. Live streams are frequent on the channel. We can see she's going every couple of days or so. So we'll keep an eye on the channel. We always have notification bells on for everybody and everything we see. And that's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other. Unstable TV is here just for a moment. Yeah, it's evening for them. They're 5 hours ahead of me in the Eastern time zone because they are coming in from Ireland. We're going to put them on the wheel right now. We're going to look at Lisa J. Stocks. And if anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for this live stream right now, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. And Killer Clown Gaming Jory, good to see you back in the house. I feel like I missed a channel. Did you ever see Wheaton Shaw? Wheaton Shaw's making me laugh in the chat. Did you ever see The Office? And there was an episode in there, spoiler alert, right? For those of you who haven't watched it in the last 10 years. And the girl says, they said, oh, these hot dogs are really good. And she says, yeah, I keep reusing the hot dog water, so it's only going to get better. And, oh, my dear goodness. You can only imagine. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. Thank you, everybody, for the shares as well as all of those thumbs up. And then thank you, I'm Betty J. Gathers. I didn't realize, actually, that was the case. I Am Betty J. Gathers became a member the day that they first came into Superchat, and it's getting close to 2 years now. So thank you for that. She's been an incredibly supportive creator for all of that time. Yeah, The Office is one of my favorites ever. Lisa J. Stocks is here with 783 subscribers. Now, this creator is going to help us with our finances, and we've got a few friends that are going to do this kind of thing for us, but they all bring interesting content, and Lisa J. Stocks is very forthcoming about her own portfolio. She gives us challenges as well as inspiration and motivation that can lead to a better educated financial decision when it comes to investing. It doesn't have to be the stock market, but she does talk about dividends, dollar cost averaging, and then the kinds of things like compound interest that can build up when you're doing things like saving $10 a day, which she shows in her videos with other types of challenges and motivation in that sort, if that makes sense. Let's look at her shorts videos right now. She's doing really well with some of these, getting into 5,600 and even 7,500 views. She's got some live streams with some familiar faces, and it's always a great idea to collaborate with other creators. I'm hoping I can catch one of these live. It's been a couple of weeks again, but she's got interesting conversation going on with a few people who all seem to be familiar here in the Superchat family, which is great to see. I'm always happy to see people supporting each other in that way. Life with Vina, good to see you in the house. Forgive me for not being sure if this might be your first time with Superchat, but hopefully you're feeling welcome. And LSP, the freckle-faced artist, good good to see you back in the house as well. And thank you, Canadian Family Life. She is an incredible supporter and happens to be a fellow Canadian as well. Now, hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel ready to go. And we still got a little while before our first break for today. I might start toning those down because I've been taking breaks every 30 minutes for the last many weeks. And it's really just to give the voice a rest so we can keep going up to 3 hours. And what we're going to do is there's a new feature. You'll see one of the robots talking about it in the chat where I'm going to change up the wheel a little bit. So it's an experiment for a while. We'll see how it goes. But what I will do is add a section to the wheel called Clear the Wheel. We don't know when it's going to come up. It's random like everything else. But when it does, I will wipe all the names off of the wheel and then reload based on who's in the chat at the time. And that's in the effort of making things the fairest way that we can while we continue to expand what we do here in Tuber Chat so that we can get as many channels on the screen as we can during our 3-hour period. Corinne's Life is in the house. She's another fellow Canadian from Nova Scotia who happens to be a member, a moderator, and a dear friend. And Canadian Family Life got the stream boss. Thank you for that, Just Jason, Keto, and more. When I look at my window that shows me what we're doing, it's way over on the left side, and I barely ever look over there. I got to keep in mind to do that, but Canadian Family Life took over the stream boss. That's the video game life meter you see under my camera here. Every Super Chat and membership knocks a little bit of life off of the stream boss, and the last person to knock it out and take over gets some extra exposure, as we can see. So, Smallholder Homestead, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And again, hopefully I'm not missing anybody. Scratch and PPA is very well known as a shining jewel in the Tuber Chat family. He is one of the most supportive creators I've met in my 6.5 years on YouTube. He's here for every single stream. We can count on one hand, less than one hand, how many streams he's missed over the last almost 600. I looked it up the other day and then I forgot the number. I forget if it was episode 44, I think was the first one that Scratch and PPA came into. I gotta go back and look. I was looking through statistics the other day and happened to come across it, but Scratch and PPA is working on 1,800 subscribers right now, and he brings us the Scratch Challenge series of videos. And what that entails is a couple of lottery tickets that are pitted against each other, and Scratch and PPA gives us the opportunity to vote on the content of next week's video if we follow him on Instagram, Twitter, and or Facebook, which of course I do. It sets a series apart, makes it unique and a lot of fun to be a part of. And then as well, what you're going to notice is that he premieres with perfect consistency every Tuesday at 12:15 Eastern. And what you're going to find in his premieres is a fast-rolling chat, one of the fastest in the Tuber Chat family. Faster than this, faster than most others. And that results in something that's fast-paced, high energy, and a lot of fun to be a part of as well. I believe the biggest part of that is, or the biggest reason is because of the support that he gives to everyone else. He literally seems to be everywhere all the time. So pardon me while I catch up with the chat for a second. Kokomo Joe, I keep doing it. Kokomo Joe 13 just gifted a membership. Pardon me, and Killer Clown Gaming Jory got that. I've already put them on the wheel, so thank you for that. Kokomo Joe 13, I'm going to put you on up next. For that reason, we treat those gifted memberships now like Super Chats. So we'll put them on the screen right away, and then we'll get back to spinning shortly. And then I noticed that we've got some more activity in the house here. Chocolate Drop is doing the same thing. Feathered Friends Homestead is picking up that gifted membership, but they're not in the chat right now. If they come in, which they might, because the notifications for gifted memberships are fantastic. If they do make it in, we'll put them on the wheel right away, of course. Chocolate Drop will come up right after Kokomo Joe 13. Because of that contribution, I absolutely appreciate it, of course. Very much Pardon me. Absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated, of course. And then Blessed, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in for the first time. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. And then Corinne's Life, fellow Canadian, who happens to be here as a member and a moderator, is gifting a membership as well. Embarkation Nation is picking that up. And if they come into the chat, we'll put them on the wheel right away, of course, as we do with all members. And Corinne's Life will be put up on the screen right after Chocolate Drop. So thank you, everybody, for that overwhelming generosity to get our stream started. I really do appreciate it. Of course, gifted memberships are always random when it comes to recipients. The YouTube system picks it. It can go to anybody who's been here a million times before to somebody who's come in the last half hour. We've seen it go all the way around. Izzy's joining the membership as well right now, so thank you for that. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. We still got 2.5 hours to go. Lots of time to put lots of channels on the screen, and I'm going to put Izzy on the wheel right now because we always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat, and then we'll get back to talking about the channel that's on the screen right now, which of course is Scratch and PPA, after I get Neil Collects onto the wheel. We'll do that quickly. And Scratch and PPA as well has presentation on the forefront of his mind. His video editing skills have been complimented ever since his very first video, which I hope you'll go back and watch, actually. It's interesting to see how this series has come along, the Scratch Challenge series of videos over all this time. His bright, beautiful avatar is also matched by his thumbnails, which include a hint as to the giveaways that are included in his videos, and then his banners updated every week. We all know how much work that takes as well. He recently expanded the content on his channel into some shorts videos, which were taken on a recent vacation to Italy, and then he brought us a live stream while he was there as well. So hopefully everybody will enjoy the variety in content and set those notifications for the premiere coming up on Tuesday, and then hopefully I'll see you in there as well. Blind Stitches Creations, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in for the first time. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here, and everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. Kokomo Joe 13 is up on the screen right now. We're actually going to look at two channels, and if you look at the first thumbnail that we see right now in the shorts videos on this channel, you see Kokomo Joe 13's cousin, Big Dude. And one of the reasons I like to talk about these two channels together is because the biggest complaint I've gotten in the last 6.5 years on YouTube is, why is it so difficult to get our in real life friends and family members to support our YouTube channels when we can find people online who are willing to do it? So I think it makes it that much more extra special when we do find in real life friends and family members that are willing to support each other in the way that Kokomo Joe 13 and his cousin Big Dude do. They're on each other's channels all the time. They bring similar content and they collaborate together as well. The Paranormal Circle, good to see you in the house. Coffee Walks and Whatever is also here from Canada. And then Kokomo Joe 13 has 83 subscribers right now. We'd love to get him a little bit closer to that 100. And then we see his shorts videos are already popping over 500 views. When we get into live streams, we see lots and lots of Bible studies. So this creator will inspire us in a spiritual way, and then videos are posted occasionally. So hopefully everybody will enjoy those as well. Let me just get his cousin's channel, Big Dude 1234, and thank you again, Kokomo Joe 13, for the gifted membership. I really do appreciate that, and he's done things like that before many times. Rock Chick Beauty's dropping a super chat as well, so we're going to get her channel lined up from the UK to be added onto the screen right after Corinne's Life. Drea Lachey is in the house, and I've got them on the wheel. Minx Laura 123 ASMR is in the house as well. Forgive me for not being certain if this might be your first time here, but hopefully you're feeling welcome. And our instructions are always in our video description for how to connect with each other. It's very important we follow that procedure. And then, thank you so much, Drea. Lachey. Yes, it's already been 7 months, but I think she was here a while longer, because I feel like that creator happens to have been with the Superchat family for like a year now. I could be wrong, of course, and hopefully everybody takes inspiration from the fact that I lose track of how long some of these friendships have gone on. Just like Chocolate Drop making me laugh in the chat too. It's surprising. If we ever did a blooper reel for Superchat, I promise it would go on for hours and hours and hours for all the names I mix up and tongue twisting that goes on and everything else. And then I'm going to ask you for a quick second. We're going to talk about Big Dude, and then we're going to move on to the next channel. We were talking about that yesterday, Wheaton Shaw. Actually, I was saying there's a lot of people in the world who will cut the crust off of their sandwiches, which I've never been a fan of. I feel like you're losing half the sandwich by doing that. I bring it every day. Good to see you in the house. Follow the Bradley's Fun is here as well. They both happen to be members. We'll put them on the wheel right now. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. If my copy and paste will work. And then Big Dude is going to inspire us in a spiritual way as well. So what we found out for a while there was Big Dude came into Tuber Chat many months ago and immediately introduced us to Kokomo Joe 13. These creators are in real life cousins, and they bring similar content on each other's channels. So they will inspire us in a spiritual way. You'll see Big Dude is going to bring us more Bible study in his live streams. These creators collaborate all the time. Big Dude's got some shorts here that have really moved, but some of these are tributes to public figures and celebrities. So we'll have to keep an eye on those, make sure that they get through when it's time for monetization. And this creator will post videos occasionally as well, kind of just giving us an update as to what they're up to that week. So thank you again, Kokomo Joe 13, for the gifted membership. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. I'm just going to mix up my wheel here a little bit for a second, and Chocolate Drop will come up right now for the same reason. So thank you to all of our Super Chatters and those of you who have gifted memberships. I don't mean to forget to thank anybody when they come up. I am trying to race through channels, of course. But Chocolate Drop, it will often be found calling me Mr. Customer Service. And that's somewhat of a joke that I believe started just because of my voice. I've had the pleasure of catching her many times in live stream. She's a dynamic creator who will keep up with the chat and keep everybody going. It's already been a couple of weeks, but you can see how often she streams. It seems to be almost every day or every other day. So hopefully I'll catch you again for one of these. Like I said, we've always got notification bells on for every channel. She's got some shorts here that have really started to move. A couple of these into 2,400, 2,500 views. One over 7,700. Which is great to see. And then videos are posted occasionally on the channel as well. It's been a month. Hopefully we'll get a new video from Chocolate Drop very soon. But she's also officially on the road to 900 subscribers. We say you're officially on a road when you pass a 100 milestone. Since she's passed 800, it makes her officially on the road to 900 now. So hopefully we can push her a little bit closer. What we're going to do right now is go on a break for 3 minutes. We're going to come back. We still got a couple of channels to look at, including Corinne's Life and Rock Chick Beauty before we spin the wheel. In the meantime, if anybody can share this video out or this live stream right now, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get another couple of people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. We're back in 3.5 minutes. All right, we're back and we're going to look at Corinne's life. So thank you everybody for those shares. Corinne's life gifted a membership right before we went on break there. And those always are random, so they can be distributed to people who've been here for years, people who've been here for months, or somebody who's brand new today. We never really know. Love to travel with Wave. Good to see you in the house. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. And if I missed anything that anybody wanted me to see specifically, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @ mention Superchat, connect and grow. And that should help me see it a little bit easier. I will keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Cali King 916 is in the house. They happen to be a member, so we'll put them on the wheel right away. And Rock Chick Beauty will be up next. So Corinne's life is a dear friend. She has been for a long time now. It's about 3 years. And thank you, Yellow Shirt Dad, for renewing that membership as well. I wonder if that just rolled over right now on its own, or if you had to do anything for that. But that's a highlighted milestone message as well. And those are always a free bonus to anybody who is a member in a channel where they are enabled. It flies through the chat like a super chat, but it's colored green for the members, and it's a way to get a message to have a little bit more exposure. But also Yellow Shirt Dad just sniped the Stream Boss position with that, so that's interesting. We've seen that roll over twice already today. That's the video game life meter under my camera. Every super chat, membership, and highlighted milestone message knocks a bit of life off of the Stream Boss. The last person to knock it out and take over gets some extra exposure, as we will see. Butter Roll Boutique, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And yeah, that it's very possible that happens, Drea Lachey. So if you are a member on a channel and they happen to be streaming on the exact date when your membership is supposed to roll over, because it's by month, right? So if you became a member, let's say on August 24th, and I'm in the Eastern time zone at 3:33 p.m., then what would happen is today your membership will roll over. Since most channels stream on the same times, at least, it's very common for it to end up on the same day of the week. So, Corinne's life is up here right now from Nova Scotia. This creator brings us a channel that really does encompass everything that is Corinne's life. It's a vlogging channel, for argument's sake. She could be bringing us newsworthy content. She could be shopping, cooking, cleaning, bringing us a haul, or she could be working in the background as well as giving us some travel. Now, this creator happens to own a small business called Lighthouse and Anchor Designs, and many of us have seen her merchandise, including the mug that I hold in my hand right now. She prints hats, mugs, shirts, Christmas ornaments, vinyl stickers, just about anything that can be printed. And it's wonderful that we get a behind the scenes look at how the merchandise is made from this creator, as well as the fact that we can use this creator as a resource when it's time to think about merchandise for our own channels and businesses as well. She goes live very often. I've joined her both on her own channel and other channels in StreamYard panels. She generously shares content that way and hosts a lot of panels for herself. She joins just as many on other channels as well. She's working on 2,200 subscribers right now, and her shorts are really killing it also. She's got one that's still moving. It just passed 10,000 views, and it's still moving along. She's also got other shorts that have gotten into 7,400 views. One breakout short's over 77,000. Which is great. So hopefully we'll see more from Corinne's life. I'm sure we will. Now, every moderator on this channel is a dear friend of mine. They have been for a long time. They're all dear friends of each other, and they all have different channels, and they all do different things. But one of the things they all have in common is an overwhelming sense of generosity. And for that reason, when you visit any of their channels for premieres or live streams, you'll be invited and encouraged to meet more friends and family members in exactly the same way that we do here in Superchat. So that includes, of course, Corinne's life. She's here as a member and a moderator. I'm just getting VS Speaks Royally onto the wheel right now. We're going to look at Rock Chick Beauty's channel from the UK next. She dropped a super chat. Thank you again, Corinne's life, Rock Chick Beauty, and all of our contributors. I know we had quite a few gifted memberships there, super chats as well. All of those things here in Tuber Chat are absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated always. And we just give a little bit of a bonus to those creators by putting them up a little bit faster. But The wheel and the screen are open to everyone, and after a long period of time, probably another hour and a half or so, I will add some names to the wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation. Right now, I'm going to add a section to the wheel called Clear the Wheel. And we don't know when that's going to come up. It's random. But what I will do when that section comes up on the wheel after we spin is I will wipe all the names off of the wheel and then reload based on who is still in the chat at the time. So we'll see that in a moment. Right now we're looking at Rock Chick Beauty, and like I said, she comes from the UK. She brings alternative beauty, fashion, lifestyle, and much more. This creator started with beauty and continues that today. A lot of get ready with me type videos and product reviews and hauls, but she's also gotten into traditional product reviews and sponsored videos now as well. I'm just going to take her latest one, put it in my catch-up list. That's a playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. Playlist can be a great tool for that. And then Rock Chick Beauty as well has got some shorts videos. These have moved into 1,700 views and beyond. One of them were 2,600, which is great to see. And then when we look at live streams, she streams occasionally, but hopefully we'll see those pick up as well. She also hosts StreamYard panels. I've joined her many times, and she joins lots of other channels. And it's a great way to collaborate. One of the other ideas as well is that sometimes we hear from people here in Tuber Chat, and the idea is they're thinking about streaming for the first time, but it can be something that can bring either feelings of anxiety or we might say nervousness and things like that, and it's absolutely understandable. I can tell you a long time ago I used to be a DJ, and I promise you for about 25 years at the beginning of every single night, no matter how long I'd been doing it, I would look at my watch and I would say, okay, I know I'm out of here in 4 hours. No matter what happens tonight, good or bad. And that kind of helped. But the other thing, too, that other creators here in Tuber Chat have mentioned to each other is the idea that if you're thinking about live streaming and haven't done it yet, an idea might be to hop in on a couple of other people's StreamYard panels so you can get the feeling of what it's like to be on the camera, live on the screen, interacting with the chat. And I think it's a great idea. It's not my idea. It's ideas that come from our chat here. But I think it can be something that might be helpful. So if you're thinking about streaming and haven't done it yet, and it's just for that reason, finding a couple of friends that do StreamYard panels and hopping in with them is a great way to get started. So it's just an idea. Paul's Green Space is up right now. We just spun the wheel. If anybody in the house would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. If you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements in the independently and individually, of course. Paul's Green Space is going to bring us tips and tricks and tutorials when it comes to the idea of gardening. I group a lot of different channels into the homesteading community. That can go anywhere from farming to ranching to gardening to traditional homesteading activities. There's a lot of outdoor content, but some indoor content, usually focused on the kitchen or food or preserving on a lot of these channels. Now, Paul's Green Space struck me when I featured this channel a few months ago because they are growing 30 different edible foods and plants in their garden, as well as flowers, trees, vines, and other things. So what Paul's Green Space is going to do is talk to us about how to grow some certain things, what to do when after you're doing all the right things, some things just won't grow, and how to avoid trouble in the garden when you want to grow a couple of things together. Some things can overtake other things and interfere and things like that, and Paul's Green Space will teach us how to deal with that. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that. He's got some shorts on the channel as well. He posts occasionally in long form videos. The shorts have moved into 4,000, 5,000, and getting close to 6,000 views now. And Paul's Green Space is working on 1,300 subscribers, so I'm hoping we can push him a little bit farther. Broken Hearts Ministry comes to us from Gail's Southern Living. That's a brand new channel from that creator with a very special message. And let's spin the wheel again. We'll get another channel up onto the screen. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. And it looks like I Am Betty J Gathers is coming up right now. This creator is a powerhouse of energy and positivity, and we have literally gained hundreds of thumbs up in our live streams here because of her energetic and friendly reminders. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for this live stream today, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. And if you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Destination Fun is in the house. Good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. And I Am Betty J Gathers is going to talk to us about healthy living. As a matter of fact, she talks about living your best life over 60. But I think that 99% or more of the things that are in conversation on this channel can actually relate to anybody. Today we watched a premiere from this creator, and she was talking about doing some cooking, keeping our vegetables crispy while they're in the oven there. She will do a little bit of that, a lot of vlogging lately. She's got another one coming up shortly. I've got a notification on for that. We're setting notifications for everything we see, whether they're live streams or premieres. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other, even though we have the notification bell on for every channel. So in her videos, you'll see that she posts frequently, and the conversation can go just about anywhere. She'll take us indoors, outdoors, life lessons and stories to be told are included, as well as shorts videos, and these have gotten into over 2,000 views now, one over 2,500, which is great to see. She's always smiling, always laughing, always energetic, and then in her live streams, the conversation can go anywhere, but it usually starts with a bit of a theme. And then, like I said, the theme behind most of her content is living a best life over 60. We talk about healthy eating, healthy living, motivation, inspiration, and our YouTube communities as well. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that. We'd love to push her towards the 1,200 subscribers that she's thinking about. I'll spin the wheel again, and we'll see who's coming up next. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. And if anybody has the ability to share this stream right now, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate that as well, because it helps get another couple of people into Tuber Chat right now, and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther, both today and in the coming days, and maybe even weeks ahead, as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. Maritza's Yarn and Crafts is in the house. I'm going to get them onto the wheel right now. They happen to be a member, and we always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. Cali King 916 comes to us from Sacramento, California, and they give us a real-world look around their area. They started with a lot of car meets. Pardon me, my allergies are just bothering me. I'm not going to be able to stop that for the next 2 hours either. This creator will bring us videos as well as live streams. They mix up a bit of content. I see a few lottery ticket scratching videos here. They're giving us a look at what's going on in their area. Some of these car meets, like I said, are where this channel started. They do a lot of live streaming as well. So it's been a while since I caught you. I didn't think it was 2 months already, but I try to catch them whenever I can. And they're either giving us a look around or a story to be told. And then when we get into their shorts videos, we see that a couple of these have gotten over 2,100 views, and one of them over 5,000, which is great to see. Cali King 916 happens to be an incredibly supportive creator. When they first got into the Tuber Chat family, I noticed that I saw them out supporting other creators constantly as well. Gaming Experience with Kelly is the second channel from the Bullock Experience. And we've got one of their channels on the wheel already. I should put the other one on there as well. They happen to have memberships with both channels now, and I think one of them was gifted the other day, right? So I'll get Gaming Experience with Kelly on there. We're going to look at our favorite Irish couple right now. And we see Unstable TV. Now, these creators have 2 channels. So this one here was recently started. They've already got 628 subscribers, but they're putting a focus on shorts because they've had some success on their other channel, but decided to break these off on their own. So they got 10,000 views on a couple of these, 11,000, even 14,000 views, which is great to see. And then when we look at their original channel, Unstable TV, we see that these creators have just grown like crazy over the last couple of years. And they started with a lot of reaction videos. They really mix these things up. Some videos fly faster than others. This one from a few days ago got 1,500 views already. Many in between, and then one from just 2 weeks ago with 4,700 views, which is great to see. They got a brand new one from yesterday. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list. That will give me a chance to keep caught up with them. They're monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And they now have crossed over 24,000 subscribers, but we saw this channel grow from its very beginning, so they're doing a great job. This is Danielle and James. They've got a wonderful chemistry and back and forth between them. They're always fun. I've been lucky enough to catch them in a live stream as well when they happen to be on vacation. They do live streams occasionally, so hopefully we'll catch them for another one. And they did offer a while back to share their experience and knowledge with us, so I'm hoping that I will collaborate with them soon enough. My work schedule, now that it's been 6 months, is finally calming down. We'll try to get some kind of a interview style video so that we can peek into their minds and see what it is that has brought them so much success, because like I said, they've offered to share with us, and I appreciate that idea. I know everybody will be happy to see that. So that's Unstable TV, and we'd love to push them towards the 25,000 subscribers that they're thinking about now. And it's interesting to see these channels. We've got a few friends now that have crossed well over 10,000, but they still keep coming back to support others, and especially even after 600 episodes of Tuber Chat, because Unstable TV's been with us for most of that time. It's been at least a couple of years. Neil Collects is coming up right now. This is another creator who happens to be in America. I thought that they were in the UK, but it turns out that they happen to be here. Now, Neil Collects is interesting. When we see a collecting channel, we usually find them collecting one specific thing, either silver stacking and collecting numismatic collectible coins, or baseball or hockey or sports cards, or Pop Funko figures, or different individual things. Neil Collects is getting involved in all of these things and much more, with comic books, as well as trading cards, and then numismatic collectibles and things like that. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that. He posts frequently. He's doing a lot of long live streams right now, just chasing watch hours, but he posts frequently as well. So hopefully everybody will enjoy seeing what he's got there. The shorts give us a hint as to a lot of the popular types of things that he'll be collecting. A lot of the usual suspects are there. Marvel superheroes, Super Mario is in there, and many other things like Pokemon, of course. When we get into live streams, he's going just about every single day, and like I said, a lot of these right now just happen to be for pumping up watch hours, but this creator will bring us some video gameplay as well. He's working on 1,200 subscribers, and he's here with us just about every single day. Another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. So let's spin the wheel. Mike and Rihanna's Adventures, I've got you on the wheel. Not sure if I said hello. They're also fellow Canadians. And hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. I hope I got I Bring It Every Day onto the wheel. I thought I should have done that a while back. I'm just double checking to make sure. I promise you I make as many mistakes as anybody, but I'd rather make the mistake of doing it twice than not doing it. And sure, they are there with Follow the Bradleys Fun, Just Jason Keto, and more. Another fellow Canadian, but they happen to be talking to us about healthy eating, healthy living, particularly focused on the idea of a keto-based diet or lifestyle. Keto's become a huge category in the idea of dieting or healthy eating over a long period of time. So you see right away we get motivation from Just Jason Keto and more with Keep On Thriving, saying why just survive when you can thrive? Absolutely. And Marcus Putzer, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. when we look at just Jason Keto and More's channel, we're going to find a lot of recipes, a lot of product reviews. He's going to help us make sense of some of the ingredients we might find listed on keto type products that might be offered by grocery stores and things like that, so that we can really understand whether those fit into what we want to do or not, whether we're thinking about a keto-based diet or lifestyle. He also brings on other influencers that will give you their life experience and tips and tricks and ideas that have come through their keto-based journey. This creator the other day when I watched this video was talking about the idea that they live or feel better in life now at 60 than they ever did at 50, 40, or even 30 years old. And I think that it really speaks volumes when we think about the idea that something like we don't like to use the word diet so much as a lifestyle change, even over a long period of time. But it can really have a lot of impact. And just Jason Keto and all of his friends will agree that small changes over a long period can really have a massive impact. And a lot of times that is what might be required, right? Myself too, I promise you. I know what it's like to do the diet starts on Monday, and by Monday afternoon I'm back into the chocolate and pop and everything else. So just Jason Keto and More has got a lot of shorts that are really moving. A lot of these are healthy looking. We notice that sometimes these grilling shorts really do very well, but he's got a couple of these have gotten into 5,000 and even 6,000 views. One breakout shorts video, which I've seen, has gotten over 22,000, and I know you'll find that one entertaining because Jason gives us a chance to see his pan flipping skills in that one. He also goes live every Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern. I try to catch as many of these as I can. Got the notification bell on for every channel, of course. Sometimes he's by himself. Occasionally he'll bring somebody on with him, but he has a vibrant community in the chat that will also help and share information, and he does a great job of keeping up with everybody. So there you go. There's an idea. He's saying in the chat right now, 1% better every day. We talk about that with our videos and our YouTube journey. I think it can be moved into a lot of things in life, but a 1% difference today over 3 months can bring you almost 100% better than what you're doing today. And when we think about healthy eating and healthy living, the things we do today might possibly prevent us from losing minutes off the other end of life, right? Drea Lachey is up on the screen right now, and this is a longtime friend with almost 1,200 subscribers now. I'm hoping we can push her a little bit closer to that milestone. She's got a couple of channels now. I can see I'm a little bit behind with you as well. She's got a few videos, but one is a very long one. So I'm going to take this one, I'm going to put it in my catch-up list. That will give you a few watch minutes there, literally a couple of watch hours actually. And this creator will bring a lot of variety. It could be a story to be told. She might be indoors, she might be outdoors. And then we'll look at her about page. She'll give you idea about the motivation and self-help she likes to bring through her content. She's got shorts videos as well, and some of these have gotten into over 5,000 views, one over 5,600. Live streams are occasional on the channel as well. She seems to be going just about once or twice a week. And then she's got her second channel that we'll look at as well, Drea Hair and Fitness. Professor Lovely Lady, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in for the first time. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect. Please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. If you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. Drea Hair and Fitness has got 201 subscribers on this second channel right now. I see they've got another video from a couple of weeks ago. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list. That's a playlist I use to keep caught up with creators, or at least try. And then shorts videos on this channel have started to move also into 5,000 views and beyond, which is great to see. She brings a little more variety here, including hair, fitness, food, and much more. We look at the About page, we'll get an idea. I've caught her for a lot of live streams, particularly in the middle of fitness routines. seconds, actually, and you can see how much of this she's actually doing. So hopefully everybody will enjoy those. Hopefully you'll pick those streams back up again when possible, and we'd love to push that second channel towards the 300 subscribers she'll be thinking about. We'll spin the wheel. We'll see who's coming up next. I'm going to need just a quick second. And then I'll be right back. We'll talk about Michael's adventures. And Michael's Adventures is one of the most supportive creators that I've met in the last 6.5 years. He's a beloved and dedicated moderator and member here. Michael's Adventures does so much for people behind the scenes. A lot of what he does goes unseen, and that's helping creators with watch hours. He'll definitely be willing to swap with anybody that wants to reach out, and for anybody that does want to do that, you can simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat, and everybody's free to make those arrangements as you see fit. Get to the farm. Good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And they hit their 1,000 subscribers, so thank you for that. Thank you for letting us know. Dirt Diggers UK, good to see you in the house. Get to the farm, and I want to know, are a husband and wife combo? They're always together, so I'll put I want to know on the wheel right now. And when we look at Michael's Adventures, we see a lot of wildlife videos. So he brings us raccoons, deer, foxes. Sometimes there's bird watching on the channel. He sets up his premieres well in advance, sometimes 2 months in advance. As with most of our moderators, when I fall behind, I go back and catch a bunch of videos. I'm going to put one of these in my catch-up list, actually, because when he takes us out on an adventure, there's usually a story that will go along with that as well, so I want to see that one. But I'm setting notifications for all of these as well. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other, even though we have the notification bell on for every channel as well. Now, he premieres every single day, at least once a day. He's been mixing up the times a little bit, but occasionally he'll go twice a day as well. And I'll take this extra one, I'll put this in my catch-up list as well, because that's a special, different kind of video. Now, when we look at his shorts, we might also see lottery ticket scratching. We might see him playing a game on a tablet. We might see clips of some of the outdoor adventures or a quick idea there. And Michael's Adventures, like I said, is one of the most supportive creators that I've met. He is a beloved and dedicated moderator, and every moderator in the Tuber Chat family is a dear friend of mine. They have been for a long time. They're all dear friends of each other. They all have different channels, and they all do different things. One of the things they all have in common is an overwhelming sense of generosity, and for that reason, when you visit any of their channels for premieres and live streams, you'll be invited and encouraged to meet more friends and family members for your own channel, the same way we do here in Tuber Chat. Next up is Little Ridge Farm. I also see Rambling with the Brooms coming in. He's another moderator and member, so I've got him on the wheel. Little Ridge Farm I'll put up on the screen right away, because we always put Super Chatters on the screen immediately in order, and then members get added to the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. Now, Little Ridge Farm is talking to us about tiny home living now, as a matter of fact, and there's a lot of do-it-yourself type videos on this channel. We get to follow Mark and his daughter Kira in their journey while they rebuild and recoup. They literally had their house burned down about a year ago. But this creator, I always use a couple of words to describe. Those are perseverance and tenacity, because this creator, I've walked in on streams, or you know what I mean, you get into somebody's StreamYard panel that they've got going on, you're in the chat, and you hear them mid-conversation. And I've seen Mark more than once say things like, you know, things could have been worse, or there's a lot of people out there that have things, you know, worse off than us. And it's interesting, and I think it speaks volumes to hear that from somebody who's literally lost their home and everything in it. So we can follow that journey. It's not what the channel's about. It's just a small part of the journey behind this family. But it is compelling, and Mark continues to be an incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. I see them out supporting other creators all the time. Lynn and Charlene Heal, I've got you on the wheel. We're just going to look at Little Ridge Farms shorts videos right now. We see that these have gotten into well over 2,000 views on a few of them. And then live streams are frequent on the channel as well. He did one a couple of weeks ago, and he's done many of these, sometimes StreamYard panels, sometimes he's walking around giving us a look around the property. And then when we look at videos, I see you've got a brand new one here as well. And I'm going to take a look at this by putting it into my catch-up list, and that's a playlist I use to keep caught up with creators, so we can follow all the construction that they're going through now while they rebuild, like I was saying. 1,400 subscribers for this creator. I'm hoping we can push them towards the 1,500 they're thinking about. Thank you again, Little Ridge Farm, for your super chat. Absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated. Great Lakes Adventures, good to see you here as well. And hopefully I'm not missing anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. So spin the wheel. We'll see who's coming up next. It's going to be Get to the Farm and I Want to Know. We're going to go for 3.5 minutes. We'll come back and talk about these channels. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for this stream, I hope you will. And we'll be back in 3.5 minutes. Oops, I actually hit a button there, but that's okay. We'll just come back early. So I Want to Know is on the screen. First Floor Audio has just come into the house from the UK. Now, I Want to Know is a channel that happens to be a part of the husband and wife combo. And you've heard me talk about this even earlier today, where I said I find it extra special when we find in real life friends or family that support each other here on YouTube. In this case, it's a husband and wife combo. They've got separate channels, but they not only support each other wholeheartedly, but Get to the Farm is actually the narrator on I Want to Know's channel. And this channel is full of information about the unknown. It could be UFOs, it could be a lot of other subjects. We get an idea in their About page. They've changed this up quite a few times. The secrets of advanced civilizations, lost artifacts, ancient legends, and then they talk about monsters, myth, magic, all kinds of different stuff. 400 subscribers right now. We'd love to push them a little bit farther, and they post frequently. So I've got the latest video on my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to catch up with them. They got some shorts videos here as well, and these have started to get into over 800 views. So 1,000 is not too far away. I'm going to show you Get to the Farm. And yeah, we never know where the wheel's going to go. So they said in the chat, what luck? But it's true. Sometimes it takes forever. It can take up to 2.5 hours or longer to come up because the wheel's random, or it could be right away. So Get to the Farm had some luck today. And then thank you so much, Mike and Rihanna's Adventures, for the kind words. Yes, they've been members for almost a year. They've actually been with us much longer, which is great, and I appreciate it, of course. And then Catlin, thank you for the kind words for everybody as well. When we look at Get to the Farm, we're going to find a similar style in videos, but the content is completely different over here. This is more for the homesteading community, and could be outdoors or indoors, talking about canning, preserving, and things like that. But the biggest thing that they do in their videos is shout out other channels. Now, I get a lot of compliments from people here, or enough anyway, that say, it's somewhat impressive how I get to learn the channels. We've been at this a lot of times. It's 600 live streams, you know what I mean? So it takes a while to get to know different channels, and I certainly don't know everything about them. But after a little while, I take interest in... right away, I take interest in channels, but after a little while, I start to really get to know, and you can hear that in the stories that I tell. What I find really fascinating, I would literally almost fell off my chair, being overwhelmed. I was impressed by Get to the Farm. These videos are information packed, and the knowledge that they have about the channels that they're shouting out, as well as the activities they're engaging in, is just mind-blowing, to be honest with you. So I'm going to take the latest one, I'm going to put it in my catch-up list there, but I know everybody will be impressed here, because they're really putting a lot of focus on other channels, but bringing very informative videos at the same time. They've just crossed 1,000 subscribers, which is great. We're all going to be excited for them to hit that milestone. They've got some shorts going on here as well, getting into 4,000 and even almost 5,000 views. And then live streams are something that they had a conversation with me about, and let me know that they might bring back live streams on this channel. If they do, they will be encouraging people to connect in the same way that we do here in Superchat, with a big focus on the homesteading community of channels. I see Come Hither with Heather coming in from Australia. I'm going to put them onto the wheel right now, and I'm going to put them in the place of the Bullock Experience, who's actually got 2 channels, and they both have memberships right now. Gaming Experience with Kelly is the second channel from this creator. When we look at Gaming Experience with Kelly, this is the Bullock Experience with a gaming channel now. They've mixed up the gameplay to give a look at what's going to vibe with their audience. Pardon me, my allergies are just on me today. 42 subscribers for this channel right now. They got a few shorts already, but they've got quite a few videos, and they've really mixed up the gameplay here, and hopefully everybody will enjoy that. They do the same thing in their live streams. I see they've got a new one, but just for the sake of the watch hours, I'm going to put this live stream replay in my catch-up list as well. The Bullock Experience is the first channel that this creator started, with almost 1,300 subscribers now, and it's fishing first on this channel, catfishing more than anything else. They will take us out fishing literally with them in videos as well as live streams. They'll collaborate with other creators and influencers whenever they can. They do live streams every Wednesday. I have yet to catch one of these. I hope I can catch one of these very soon. I've got a notification on for the latest one. That'll be this Wednesday, as well as I've got the notification bell on for the channel, of course, like always. And then the Bullock Experience has some shorts as well that have gotten into over 2,800 views, one over 3,200, which is great to see. So let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen in a moment. We still got almost 2 hours to go. Lots of time to put lots of channels on the screen. Canadian Family Life from New Brunswick is coming up. And now we have another husband and wife story to tell here, because Canadian Family Life is very well known to us as Tiffany, and her husband has started a channel as well. When we get to Canadian Family Life, we see that they're going to bring us a lot of shopping hauls, some cooking videos, as well as some garden updates. I'm just going to take the latest garden update, put this in my catch-up list. What I found remarkable when I watched the last video on this channel was how well they keep their containers organized. It is really well kept, neat and clean, which is wonderful. because I've seen, not in YouTube, but I see like gardens out there, for instance, that are not kept quite as well, and you wonder about the livelihood of the plant life when it comes to that. But Canadian Family Life's doing a great job. We actually joined each other on Come Hither with Heather's channel a couple of months ago for a live stream talking about Canada, and that's where I learned that Canadian Family Life had started their channel for the purpose of building memories and letting the family keep up with them. But the channel moved faster and farther than they expected, and it continues right now. They're over 1,600 subscribers already. And then we've got a couple of shorts here, 1,200, 1,400, one of them over 2,400, which is great to see, and that will likely continue. We'll look at Canadian Family Life hubby, and we'll see what her husband's got going on. He started with 3D printing, and he's got quite a few videos and a couple of shorts already. So hopefully everybody will enjoy this. He's got 22 subscribers right now. We'd love to push him towards the first 100. We know that the road to the first 100 is more challenging than ever before, but as long as we're all doing as much as we can for each other, we see channels growing, hitting different milestones like the first 100 and far beyond all the time. Kimberly Gila, good to see you in the house. Palettes, Posts, Perfumes, and Panning is Tracy and Phoebe. Good to see you in the house as well. And hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. Mike and Rihanna's Adventures says they'll have a video after their live stream today. They do Sunday Fun every single week. Let's get Follow the Bradley's Fun up here and see what they've got going on. I'm still getting to know this channel. They've just been with us for what I believe is about a month, maybe a little bit shorter by now. But they already grabbed a membership, for which I'm grateful, of course. And we'll see what they've got going on here. Almost 2,800 subscribers already, which is great to see. They come to us from Florida, so they're going to bring us Orlando, a lot of family togetherness, lifestyle parks, a lot of Disney content as well. They've got a live stream coming up in just a few days, less than a week from now. I got a notification on for that. Lots of live streaming they do at these three theme parks in different places. We'll go through their videos. They're just putting out a few things to get some watch hours there, it looks like. But let's look at the shorts and see what these are doing for them. They're getting into 17,000, 23,000, even 111,000 on one of these shorts videos, which is great to see. Live streams, like I said, are frequent. I think for the sake of the watch hours, what I'll do is I'll take one of these live stream replays, I'll put it in the back of my, or bottom of my catch-up list, and I'll let that run for you. I will literally build up 3 hours of watch time. And then let's spin the wheel. We'll see who's coming up next. And Gaming Experience with Kelly, thank you for that. If anybody would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. And if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. We already saw chocolate drop, so we're spinning the wheel again. And it looks like it's going to be time to clear the wheel. So this is the new feature that I've added. It's an experiment for now. Hopefully it's going to work out fine. But what I'm going to do is go for another 3.5 minutes. I'm going to clear the wheel of all the names that are on there right now. And then whoever's still in the chat will be re-added as they should be. And then we'll get to the next channel when we get back. Let me just spin one more time before I clear the wheel so that we can see who's actually going to be the next channel that we look at. In the meantime, if anybody has not already given a thumbs up for this live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. And if you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off. To get that done, you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. We're back in 3.5 minutes with Rambling with the Brooms. All right, we're back with Rambling with the Brooms. You can see that Bautissimo just gave a bit of a note about what on earth I'm talking about when I say I'm going to reset the wheel there. So the idea is that once per stream, usually after about the first half hour or so, I intend to put a section on the wheel called Clear the Wheel. And all that means is that I'm going to wipe out the names that are on there right now and reload it with names of members, for instance, that are still in the chat. Everybody can see, like now, Tuber Chat's overwhelmingly busy. I'm very grateful for that, but sometimes 3 hours is not even enough now. My voice can't take any longer than that. Not to mention we have moderators to think about, right? It's wonderful that some of our moderators are able to be here for a long period of time, but once 3 hours comes up, you got to know that people have other things to do in their life as well, and we don't want to tie them down. Anyway, so the fairest way I can think of doing everything is making sure that if members are still in the chat that have been taken off the wheel, of course they get added right back on. But if somebody has to just come by quickly, say hello, and then take off, we're spending time only on the channels that have the most time to spend here interacting with everybody, if that makes sense. So for instance, Cabaret Gaming, I wasn't sure if they were still here, but I've got them back on the wheel. If there's any members that are questioning whether you might still be on the wheel, if you're still listening or watching and you haven't been on the screen yet today, just say anything at all in the chat and I'll make sure you get added right away. But everybody's still there. Come Hither with Heather, Yellow Shirt Dad, Rushing Wind Mountain, Kristen Welton, Ree's Blissful Connections, Maritza's Yarn and Crafts, Mike and Rihanna's Adventures, and I just re-added Via Speaks Royally and Cabaret Gaming. Did I take... Yeah, we didn't look at Come Hither with Heather. Oh, yeah, Come Hither with Heather still on the wheel. That's okay. They're in the pole position right now. We didn't see Granny filming again today, did we? Yes, we did. Pardon me, yes. I asked my father when I started working when I was young, just out of my teenage years, I said to my dad, I go, I've started noticing I talk to myself sometimes. He goes, that's okay. It's because you work for a living. We talk and answer ourselves all the time. So I think that's it. So we'll see. We'll see how this works out with everybody. But First Floor Audio, yeah, things like Super Chats and memberships here in Tuber Chat are absolutely unnecessary, very much appreciated. I know creators do that often, but I don't ever want to solicit that kind of thing. I don't want anybody to feel pressured. The wheel and the screen are always open to everybody. I know it takes a very long time, and most often we're only able to get a couple of names on the wheel. I bring it every day. I wasn't sure if you were still here. I did take you off, but I'll put you right back on right now. So there you go. And, yeah, Jesse Miller unboxings and more. It's as confusing as it looks, I promise you, in the background. But it's okay. Luckily, we've been at this 600 times now, so I can get to it as easily as, I guess, as possible. But hopefully otherwise everybody's doing okay in the chat. Now, Rambling with the Brooms was selected right before we went on that little break there. And this is another fellow Canadian who happens to come to us from closer to our nation's capital, of Ottawa. Only about 4 or 6 hours away from me. He's working on 1,800 subscribers, and he comes to us from the homesteading community of channels where I group in gardening, farming, ranching, fishing, camping, hiking, and other outdoor types of content along with traditional homesteading. Scott is the creator that we see here. He really does a great job of making himself a part of the YouTube community by heading out to meetups and things like that, some of them hundreds of miles away. But this creator is another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter and an advocate for helping others grow. He always wants to help creators hit that first major milestone of 100. We've seen him do that many times. He often brings up StreamYard panelists to and introduce us to other creators, along with the traditional homesteading content we might expect. Sometimes he's indoors, sometimes he's outdoors. Looks like a bit of a either meetup. Yeah, that might be a meetup there. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list and see what he's got going on in that video. Charlene Heal, I'm going to put you back on the wheel right now. And Rambling with the Brooms, Rambling with the Brooms has a lot of shorts videos as well. Now, he's here as a member and a moderator, by the way. He's got 1,600 views on one of these, 3,000, one of them over 7,700 views. And he's got some of that famous winter Canadian weather that we're looking forward to, of course. And he's got live streams that come up twice a week. Thursday, he does Procrastination Thursdays, and then Friday Shenanigans. And you could join him for those and be introduced to lots of other creators as well. He usually has StreamYard panels. Look at that grid right there, for instance. Lots of interesting friends. He joins other people on their channels as well. One of the projects that he's putting together right now is a cruise that is going to Alaska from Seattle in August of 2025, where him and Jesse from Lazy Days Ahead are collaborating together. They've both got a lot of information on their channels about it, but they're trying to book 100 rooms of creators and supporters for that cruise. So I hope everybody will check that out. When you're visiting their channels, you'll see them together all the time. So let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel ready to go. Again, if anybody wants to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just say so in the chat. VS Speaks Royally is coming up next. I need just a minute here. I'm not going to probably be gone for 3 minutes or anything. I'll be right back, and then we'll look at that channel. Forgot to turn the mic off that time. That's okay. Thought I hit it, but we'll be, like I said, I didn't think I'd be gone for that 3 minutes. Thank you, Pete, for that, by the way. So here we go. Just Jason Keto and More has a low-carb cruise. You know, it's funny. So a lot of you have heard this story before. I'll keep it quick. But I did work on a cruise ship one summer many years ago. And I had learned while I was there for a summer. I worked for 4 months. But they said that the average person gains 7 pounds on a cruise. So a pound a day. So a low-carb cruise would be a challenge, but interesting for sure. And I said VS Speaks Royally would be coming up, so let's see what they've got going on. VS Speaks Royally has over 5,000 subscribers now. They're growing rapidly. This creator brings us the royal family in most of their content. Now, they've got a little bit of variety as well, and you'll hear me talk about the idea of engaged conversation being very important. It's a great service for any creator in which you are visiting their premiere or live stream, if that makes sense. Whenever you engage in true conversation, you're sending true engagement signals into the YouTube algorithm. So I put so much focus on that here. I always appreciate when people are having conversation in the chat, even if it's amongst each other, of course. We have tons of that. And VS Speaks Royally is an example. She's somebody who often will engage conversation everywhere that she goes. The interesting thing about that is that when you catch her in a live stream, talking about the royal family, you'll find that she does a great job of leading conversation by staying well versed and up to date on her subject. I'm falling way behind in these live streams. She's going live every other day or so, almost every day. Hopefully I'll catch one of these. I got the notification bell on. I had a monster week of work. The internet was out. We don't even know if that's going to get fixed now in the next few days. But I was literally like not able to even be on YouTube almost at all. This is the time where my work hours are supposed to be calming down, but we just got overwhelmed last week. Now, VS Speaks Royally, in between the talk of the royal family, has a lot of variety, especially in their shorts. They do it in videos too, which we'll look at in a second, but a lot of creators do this. So even though they have a niche channel or something that might belong specifically in a category, they bring variety into their shorts. We all have to make our own decision on whether that's helpful, but we know that shorts drive subscribers in a lot of cases as well. Some of these have gotten into 4,800 views, one over 7,200 views. When we look at videos, most often you'll find stories about the royal family or tributes, but then as well there's a bit of variety in these as well. So I hope everybody will connect with VS Speaks Royally and see what they've got going on their channel. Of course, they're monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. So let's spin the wheel. We got another channel up onto the screen. My love, Kristen Welton, is coming up next. She's here as a member and a moderator as well. And I've said it many times, but every moderator on this channel is a dear friend of mine. They're all dear friends of each other. They all have different channels and they all do different things. But one of the things they all have in common is an overwhelming sense of generosity, and for that reason, they will be you will be welcome to meet more friends and family members on the You will be welcome to meet more friends and family members for your own channel when you visit them for premieres and live streams. I'm not sure if Rambling with the Brooms is still with us or not. He dropped a super chat earlier. I'm not sure if I actually thanked him, so forgive me if I didn't, but thank you for that, Scott, again. We looked at that channel earlier. Now, Kristen Welton started with beauty, and she continues that today. She does get ready with me, get unready with me videos, lots of product reviews and hauls, beauty-related subscription boxes, but she's also expanded into other product reviews and sponsored videos as well. When we look at her channel, she has presentation at the forefront of her mind. She's experimenting with new styles of thumbnails right now, but you can see that she's picked a color scheme for herself, and with the exception only of special edition videos, she keeps a consistent look with bright, bold headshots as well that will make her recognizable. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with her and seeing the variety that she brings out. She'll likely have a new video soon. And then as well, she's got some shorts on her channel that have really started to move. Some of these are into 19,000, 21,000, even 28,000 views. She's got one that's still moving here. That's a ride from our theme park, Canada's Wonderland, that's still moving at 16,000. We might see that keep going and overtake one of the others soon. Live streams are occasional on this channel. She could be indoors, could be outdoors, could be collaborating with another creator, or be celebrating a special milestone in her life, and she happens to be monetized with 1,800 subscribers. Lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. So let's spin the wheel. Yes, VS Speaks Royally is making a reference to Kristen Welton's unboxing videos, and the avatar on the channel says it all right there. Mike and Rihanna's Adventures is coming up right now. We'll see what these Canadians have got going on for us. They come to us from Alberta, and they have a couple of channels now, actually. This one here is a family vlogging channel. So they could be indoors, they could be outdoors, they could be bringing us on an adventure, giving us a story to be told, or giving us a chance to hang out with them and get to know them. And Mike recently became a travel agent, so we've got Travel Talk series of videos on the channel as well, so you can enjoy that. We've got a vibrant travel and cruising community here in Superchat, especially over the last year since the cruising industry has really opened up. Hilda DC is another beloved and dedicated moderator. I'm going to get her onto the wheel right now. And let's see what Mike and Rihanna's Adventures, yes, who are recently monetized as well, have got going on for shorts. Some of these have really moved into 2,300 views and beyond. They've got several of them, which is great to see. Live streams are frequent. They will actually be live shortly. This one here, they're going to start in about a half an hour. They will likely still be live after we finish. So here's what I'm going to do today. I didn't have a specific raid scheduled. So what I'm going to do is show you how to set a live redirect if you want to try to mark the time. We're about an hour and a half into episode 622 of Tuber Chat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get into the YouTube studio and get over to the live stream that we're working on right now. And when I click on the customization tab here on the left side, I have a chance to set a redirect. When I don't have a raid, I often send it off to our music channel, but we don't have a live stream really scheduled. It's just one that I use as a placeholder for redirecting. You're going to get an opportunity to pick from your own videos if you've got premieres or live streams coming up, but if you want to select from somebody else's, you get an array of different types of live streams and premieres that are coming up. Some familiar faces there in some of these. But what I'm going to do is put the URL in for the video that we want specifically. It comes right up and now I can set it. Then what I'll do is I'll save and then we're set to go. So what will happen is right after today's Tuber Chat will be dumped right in to Mike and Rihanna's adventure. So as long as they're on an hour after we end, which they usually are, we should be able to raid them with no trouble. And in the background, I'm just getting it ready as well. So we'll start dropping the link for that 15 minutes before we're done today. So that's Mike and Rihanna's adventures. Let me show you Rihanna's Life Adventures, which is a second channel that they've got. We get a chance to get to know Rihanna a little bit better herself over here. And she's got a few shorts already. One of them's over 800 views. Videos are occasional on the channel, but she might be bringing new videos shortly. It's only been a couple of weeks there. And then she could be indoors or outdoors like usual. And there they are together in live streams. I've been lucky to catch Rihanna a few times. 74 subscribers right now. We'd love to push her a little bit closer to the first 100. We'll spin the wheel and we'll get another channel ready to go. We can stay up to another hour and a half if everybody would like. Lots of time to put lots of channels on the screen. I Bring It Every Day is coming up right now. We'll see what they've got going on. And hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. It's not going to be too long before I start adding names to the wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation. And I have a robot in the background that helps keep track of that. I need just another second. I'll be right back. My allergies are a little bit out of control today. I don't want everybody to have to listen and watch me blow my nose 100 times. I Bring It Every Day is here with almost 1,600 subscribers. This is a creator who I believe introduced me to the actual term fiber crafts. Now, they do a lot of different things, but one of the things they do in real life is head out to groups where they crochet together. And they take us with them occasionally for either a video or a live stream. They do a lot of other things. So here's a Dollar Tree haul. They could be indoors or outdoors. They might be bringing a live stream, postcards at the market. I've caught them many times now actually going out to flea markets and other places like that. They're streaming frequently. I'm going to put the notification on for when you got on Monday. But like these, for instance. So here's a StreamYard panel where she's crafting with some friends. But here's one that I caught not too long ago where she's going out to a comic convention. Another one that I would have caught a while back would be here going out to different flea markets and things. Because I'm always asking her to check out vinyl records while she's there. But she's monetized, lots of ways to support her when we get to her channel. And working on 1,600, like I said, and for subscribers. Some of these shorts have really moved into 5,100, 5,200. One of them over 8,900. Views, which is great to see. So I Bring It Every Day, obviously another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. And let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen in another moment. Our first floor audio, yes. It's gonna see that now that I added that thing, we've only done it a couple of times now, yesterday and today. But now that I added the idea of clearing the wheel, what that does is it's just if there's anybody who came in the beginning of the stream that's not still actively there, even if they're a member, then it knocks them out of the wheel. I'll put them right back if they're still here, of course. But it gives us a chance to move on to more channels, because for the last couple of months, we're only able to get to a couple of channels. I always promise that I'll put a couple of names from the chat list into the wheel, but I'd like it to be more than 2, so that we can give newer people a chance to be here. The other thing too is we always have to remember, whether we're monetized or thinking about it, super chats and memberships are not available on every platform or everywhere in the world. So there are some people who literally can't, never mind won't, contribute in that way, but there's a million other reasons too. And you know, people share the love around as much as they can a lot of times. So we just have to be thankful for what comes in when it does. That's why you'll hear me say all the time, things like that are absolutely unnecessary but very much appreciated in Tuber Chat. Most of you know I'm lucky enough to be able to have a full-time gig as well, and I've been at it for a long time, so things are just fun. So Ben Cyan Games is on the wheel as well. I'm not sure if I said hello. Be Amazing Sylvia, her channel is just exploding. I've got that on the wheel now as well. Cabrera Gaming was re-added, and Yellow Shirt Dad's been here from the beginning of the stream. 1,700 subscribers for Gene, the creator behind this channel. I see they've got a new kind of video. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. I was so sorry to not catch that live stream yesterday. That flew by while I was in the middle of doing something else, and I couldn't be on. But I see that you cut a video out of that as well. And Yellow Shirt Dad has now, as promised, got into live streams. He said they'd be coming in August. Sure enough, we've got a few of these now. So this is the one that I missed yesterday. He's also got shorts videos on his channel. These have gotten into 4,600, 5,200 views, one over 7,700 views, which is interesting. And what Yellow Shirt Dad is best known for here in the Tuber Chat family, besides being a fun friend that is always smiling, always laughing, and I have seen him without a yellow shirt, by the way. If you look on other people's channels, you'll find that. But Yellow Shirt Dad is known for the joke of the day, and he brings that to us at least a couple of times a week. I know everybody enjoys that, but Gene is somebody who came into the Tuber Chat family just blazing with generosity and friendship with a lot of creators as well. The Bud Files, I'm going to get you onto the wheel. And it's always good to see you. The Bud Files literally seem to be everywhere all the time. We're going to look at Maritza's Yarn and Crafts right now. Maritza's Yarn and Crafts, yes, and see what they've got going on. And 305 subscribers to start with, and they've got some shorts front and center on their channel. So let's see what these are doing for them right now. They've gotten into 788 views on one of these, which is great to see. It's interesting, I was saying it yesterday, in Canada we have a few different dollar stores, like obviously as many as anybody. There's lots of independents, but there's a couple of big franchises. We do have Dollar Tree, but we have our own called Dollarama, which I think is exclusively Canadian. They got about 700 stores, probably the most popular one. But our dollar stores allow everything up to $4 right now, if I understand right. It could be even higher in a couple, but I've seen them up to $4 so far. My expectation is that eventually they'll get beyond $5. You know, inflation's killing all of us. But there was threat a long time ago of having a Canadian $5 coin and getting rid of the bill. I don't know if they're going to do that now, because the idea of cash going away seems to be creeping up on us faster than I would have ever imagined. Forgive me while I roll my eyes while I say that. So I don't know if we're going to see that day, but the dollar store, I really find it amazing, some of the things that you can find in these places. So the dollar store hauls are interesting because there's different things based on different geographical locations, of course, but ours go up to even $4, so interesting to see some of these things. Videos on Maritza's Yarn and Crafts as well are going to bring us some more fiber crafts, a bit of a chance to get to know her. She took part in the Fall Fest giveaway that is from Gail's Southern Living as well, and I see you've got a couple of new videos. This one's quite short, but I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. That will give me a chance to see what you've done in the last video, and we'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel ready to go. Thank you, Leslie, Boss Motivation. I really do appreciate all the time that you spent. And there you go. Yes, first floor audio, absolutely. So as a matter of fact, I was whining about this yesterday, but our ATMs, I'm lucky enough not to have to run around using ATMs too much these days. But when you have to use them, it seems that at least around the Toronto area, they're starting to wind down the 24-hour stuff. So some of the ATMs can't be used in the late hours or overnight. And then a lot of them can't be used to deposit cash. So I think that's a signal more than anything else, because the whole point of an ATM is cash. Am I right? Maybe not. I know people deposit checks and things like that, but those are starting to slow down as well, as e-transfer in Canada is something that's really our number one way, it seems, to send money back and forth, from a company called Interact, which is tied in with the ATMs and all that stuff. We send each other money by either a text or an email. And companies can be paid that way. People can give money to their friends and family that way. We use it all the time. And I'm shocked that it's not more popular, seeming to be in the States and places like that. We're going to talk about Be Amazing Sylvia in a second. I'll be right back. And let's see what Be Amazing Sylvia's got going on for today. Now, this is a creator who's been with TuberChat from the beginning. More like a $10 store, come hither with Heather. I'm not surprised. And it seems to be moving that way. So, Be Amazing Sylvia has been a friend since the beginning of TuberChat. She's one of the 7 creators that makes up the Drop the Link Day crew, which are a group of generous creators that want to help others grow in the same way or in a similar way to what we do here in TuberChat. As a matter of fact, they were inspirational in the creation of this channel. So they continue to this day to allow others to grow in their premieres and live streams. They run a set of live streams dedicated for that purpose. Now, it's not that there's a right way or a wrong way to connect. It's just that here in TuberChat, we've been doing this for well over 3 years now. So we stick to the program because we know it works, tried and true every time for years. And long before TuberChat was even a channel, to be honest with you. Now, Be Amazing Sylvia brings variety on her channel. We get a chance to get to know her. Otherwise, it's like a vlogging channel. There could be anything from celebrations to a chance to get to know her, stories to be told, tributes, hauls, and adventures, indoor and outdoor product reviews and things like that as well. She does a lot of live streaming. Mostly what you'll see lately are these ones where everybody's able to connect with each other. But sometimes she takes us out in adventures. Sometimes she's got StreamYard panels with other influencers. And that's not uncommon for her to introduce us to other creators as well. And then shorts videos on this channel are where the magic is really happening right now. Because Be Amazing Sylvia started from the beginning. Now, she's been a friend since before TuberChat started, so I've known her well over 3 years now. But this creator has now got over 11,000, almost 12,000 subscribers. Now, I believe shorts have done a lot of the driving here, but she really hooked into a formula a while ago, and some of these have staggering numbers. Look at this, 220,000, 249,000, 575,000, and one at almost 750,000 views, which is great to see. So Be Amazing Sylvia is really doing well with that. She's monetized lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. She started a second channel for the purpose of motivating and inspiring called Sylvia's Daily Positivity. A lot of the content on this channel is done with her daughter, but we get another chance to get to know Sylvia a little bit better as well. She's got some shorts here. These have started to get into the thousands of views, which is great. And then videos on the channel are posted occasionally. We'll see if she's going to pick those back up. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting to Be Amazing Sylvia. I'm going to spin the wheel. Chevy Attic, good to see you here if I didn't say hello already. Rushing Wind Mountain is coming up in a moment. We'll see what they've got going on. If anybody would like to swap playlists, by the way, with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. If you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Scrow's Nest, good to see you here. Thanks for coming in. If there's any of our members that are still watching or listening that may not be on the wheel right now, just please say anything at all in the chat to let us know you're still here. I'll make sure you're on if you're not. Rushing Wind Mountain is here with 800 subscribers, 804 as a matter of fact, so they're close to having that locked in. We'd like to push them a little bit farther. What they're going to bring us is nature videos and a bit of wildlife, all from the Pacific Northwest. They're looking for relaxing, peace, inspiring and calming videos, but sometimes we'll get some humorous moments. So I'm just going to grab one of their latest videos, put this in my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to try to stay caught up with them. They got some shorts on the channel as well. We'll have a look at how these are doing. They're getting into 5,000 views, even 6,000, which is great to see. And then live streams on the channel are something they might bring back at some point in the future. We've always got notification bells on for everybody. So it's time for me to start adding names to the wheel from our chat list. So I'm going to do that in another moment here. And Leslie Boss Motivation, just let me know if you're still here, please, because obviously you've been very active in the chat, and of course are in the #1 position, beating out even Scratch and PPA, if you can believe it, for the moment. And I'll show you what I'm talking about before we talk about Charlene Heal. This is Bottissimo. It's a robot, just like Nightbot, Streamlabs, Stream Elements, and Bottissimo is a paid one, but I pay for it on all of my channels because I love it so much. It does a great job with these statistics. You can get this from Streamlabs as well, which is free. But what this does is it allows me to keep statistics for every live stream so that I know who was there, how active they were, and things like that. Because, you know, that kind of thing can matter, especially when I'm scheduling shares on the community tab and stuff like that. So the robot in the background there, Bottissimo, helps keep track of how active everybody's been so that when it's time to add names to the wheel, I can go through the list based on who's been most actively engaged in the chat. It's not just about how long you're here, but how actively engaged you are as well. So first floor audio, Wheaton Shaw are going to get added right now, and then I'll add a few more as time goes on. Hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat, by the way. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. Pardon me just for a second here. And then thank you, Blessed. So Charlene Heal is a longtime friend. She's a powerhouse of inspiration, motivation, and positivity and energy. This creator's been with us for at least a couple of years now. It could be getting close to 3 years, I think. And 1,400 subscribers on her first of 2 channels. I think she's actually got 4 channels, but she focuses on 2. So she's monetized, lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And she brings us wellness coaching on this channel. So when we look at her videos, we see that she posts these frequently. It's been a few weeks. We'll see if she's going to do some new ones. I'm sure she will soon. She's got some shorts on the channel, and some of these have moved into over 2,000 views already. Live streams are frequent. She's got one coming up in a few days, and she posts these every week or so. There's Angel Light Over Darkness 33. She's got familiar faces sometimes joining her on her channel, and always bringing positivity and motivation. When we look at Conscious Business Services and opportunities, we see a second channel from this creator, which brings us spirituality and entrepreneurship, as well as opportunities to build wealth. She's got shorts front and center on this channel and already close to 900 subscribers. The shorts are getting into 3,000 views, even over 5,000 views. And then live streams on this channel are frequent as well. So she's got another one coming up in a few days. She did one yesterday. And videos are frequent on the channel as well. So hopefully she'll pick up some more videos on both channels. But Charlene Heal is a powerhouse of energy and positivity, like I'd, mentioned. Let's spin the wheel. Blind Stitches Creations is still in the house. Thank you for coming back in. AAK Entertainment, good to see you here. We spin the wheel and get to the Bud Files, and these creators are a family that brings us history lessons more than anything else. What they started the channel for was to be modern day archaeologists. The idea is to uncover history and digitally preserve it in video. They've really expanded the content over a long period of time. Toyin's Kitchen, good to see you here. Thanks for coming in. The Bud Files is now working on 1,400 subscribers, and they're monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. I'm going to take this video, I'm going to put it back in my catch-up list again because I ran it and didn't watch it. So it's still in there. I'm going to keep an eye because I want to see what they have to say about how to geocache here. It's something that can be helpful and a lot of fun, especially for streamers and things like that. So the Bud Files have brought us a lot of family togetherness, as well as the history lessons that come from the abandoned locations that they take us to, sometimes ghost towns, graveyards, cemeteries, and places like this. They've got a lot of shorts that really expand the content, though. This is where the variety really comes out, where they've got into 3,400, 5,000 views, even 15,000 and beyond, and we get a chance to get to know them in bite-sized information there. And then when we get into the live streams, they could be taking us out for a pumpkin launch, which is the first time I've seen anything like that, but I am a fan of caber tossing, so that's wonderful. And then they could be indoors, they could be outdoors, they could be singing, dancing, or playing a game. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. The Bud Files seem to be everywhere all the time. I run into them constantly when I'm bouncing between premieres and live streams. Wheaton Shaw is coming up in a moment. I see our Georgia Suburban Homestead is in the house. Maybe what we'll do is go for 3 minutes. We'll come right back and we'll look at Wheaton Shaw. All right, we're back and looking at Wheaton Shaw. They're always making me laugh in the chat. This is a channel I'm still getting to know. They got 553 subscribers. We'd love to push them towards the 600 they're thinking about. Now, hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat, and if I've missed anything that anybody meant for me to see, please just mention it again with 3 thumbs up or at mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. And then as well, I'm looking for a couple of creators, if they happen to still be here, Coffee Walks and Whatever and Butter Roll Boutique. Just asking because it might be your chance to be on the wheel. Jesse Miller Unboxings and more also if you happen to be here. Pardon me. And then as well, Native Wildman, good to see you in the house. So Wheaton Shaw, I'm still getting to know. I'm just going to grab one of their latest videos and I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to catch another piece of content. What I like about putting channels on the screen here in Tuber Chat is that over a long period of time I get to know the channels. By watching videos, hanging out in live streams and premieres, I get to know the content. And if you want to connect on the outside social networks, I'm always happy to get to know creators in that way as well. I'm on Instagram all the time, Facebook most of the time, Twitter some of the time as well. Shorts on this channel are doing well, getting into 1,700 and 2,200 views, one over 5,000, which is great to see. And then live streams on this channel seem to be frequent, at least a couple of times a week, almost 3 times a week more than anything else. Hopefully I'll catch you for one of these. I've got the notification bell on, as I do for all creators, so it's just a matter of time. And luckily, that helps me catch as many people as possible. And it's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other. So let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen. Hilda DC is coming up. If anybody would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. And if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Pardon me just for a second again. And when we look at Hilda DC, she is known as one of the most encouraging creators that I've met in my YouTube journey, which is over 6.5 years now. Pardon me. Not drinking enough, I think. Got to stay hydrated while we live stream, of course. Hilda DC is a very strong-willed creator. She absolutely stands behind and beside her YouTube family. She is encouraging in the way that you will find positive affirmations coming from the creator herself, special effects on the screen. She even gets Nightbot on the case, as a matter of fact, to encourage and inspire others. Now, Hilda DC is working on 2,500 subscribers right now, which is great to see. She is known to do a lot of live streaming with StreamYard panels. I've joined her many times, both on her channel and on other channels. Collaborating in that way can be a great thing to do with any creator. Lots of variety in her shorts videos, as we would expect, but she's had some success here, getting into 6,000 views, one of them over 47,000. And then videos are where we know Hilda DC better than anything else. She has posted frequently. We'll see if she's going to pick these back up, but she's done a lot of mukbang style challenges and almost food and product reviews, as well as cooking videos. And this creator runs premieres. She's known as having one of the fastest live chats in the Tuber Chat family as well. She went live the other day. I caught her, and again, chat was flying. So she rivals those of Scratch and PPA, the Stock Explorer, Garden State Gardener, for instance. So hopefully everybody will join her for these. Now, Hilda DC happens to be a beloved and dedicated moderator here in the Tuber Chat family. She has been for about 3 years. And every moderator here is a dear friend of mine. They have been for a long time. They're all dear friends of each other. They all have different channels and they all do different things. But one of the things they all have in common is an overwhelming sense of generosity. And for that reason, when you visit any of their channels for premieres and live streams, you will be welcome and encouraged to meet more friends and family members for your own channel. And that goes for all of our moderators. Ria's Blissful Connections is coming up. I'm getting coffee walks and whatever onto the wheel right now. If Butter Roll Boutique is still here, or Jesse Miller's unboxings and more, I'll get them onto the wheel as well, and then I'll look over at the list and start adding some more names in a moment. Ria's Blissful Connections is another creator I'm still getting to know. So let's get them onto the screen right now. I think they've been with us just over a month now. Forgive me if I'm mistaken. It could be around that area. It's a fairly new channel with 86 subscribers. We'd love to push them towards the first 100. We know that the first 100 is more challenging than ever before, but as long as we're all doing as much as we can for each other, we see channels growing, hitting different milestones like the first 100 and far beyond all the time. Together we travel. Good to see you in the house. Jesse Miller Unboxings and More is coming up onto the wheel. And Ria's Blissful Connections. Let me see what I can do. I'm just going to grab another video from you, and it's a recent one, but I'm just going to put that in my catch-up list. One of the things I like about putting channels on the screen here in Tuber Chat is that over time I get to know the channels by watching content and hanging out in premieres and live streams. I get to know the content, of course, and if you want to connect on the outside social networks, I'm always happy to get to know creators in that way as well. And I'm on Instagram all the time, Facebook most of the time, Twitter some of the time as well. If anybody hasn't already given us a thumbs up for this live stream right now, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Our Georgia Suburban Homestead is up next with 889 subscribers. They are getting very close to 900 right now. We're going to look at their shorts because they're front and center on the channel here. We see that these have gotten into 3,800, even 4,100 views and beyond. They could be indoors, mostly outdoors, as a matter of fact, and then they've got some live streams here. So like I was saying, I hope I can catch you for one of these. There's Tiffany from Canadian Family Life, so it's great to see you collaborating with others. I thought I saw them on somebody else's channel then. I thought it was yours, but it must have been on somebody else's channel, or I'm mistaken about that. And then videos on the channel are frequent as well. Now, like I said, this is a channel I'm still getting to know as well. So what I'm going to do is take your witch hazel video and I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. That will give me a chance to get another piece of content watched and get to know the channel that much more. Hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. They're here with us just about every single day, as a matter of fact, and like I said, close to 900 subscribers now. I'm just going to read your about page. They grow their own food in a residential neighborhood. Yes, you can. It's a great form of civil disobedience. I forget that, but it's one of my favorite lines. Not everybody in life enjoys sarcasm as much as me, but I am way up there. Learn how to take control of your own diet and how to spend less at the grocery store. We grow, we cook, we do crafts. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that. And as time goes on, I'll likely get to know that a little bit better. And you hear the stories get better that I describe while I talk about different creators that I've gotten to know over a long period of time. And the hot pepper jelly, was that in the live streams or was that in the shorts? Hot pepper jelly is something else. I can't even imagine myself. Let me tell a story for a second here, because we're ahead in time today, and I know you guys love when I ramble on about stories far longer than I need to. So the other day I was at a restaurant that I go to frequently. Me and my friends over many years have probably been there 100 times, right? Them more than me, but still between us. And they did something that I couldn't believe the other day. And I used to run restaurants and bars for most of my adult life. And I've never seen anything like this before. And I'm not sure if it's actually a health code violation. I'm not the kind of person who's going to start calling around and getting everybody in trouble and all that stuff. I might pull a manager aside or something like that and say, like, hey, what are you doing? Trish The Natural, I've got you on the wheel, by the way. Thanks for being here. So what happened was this one place has half-price apps after 9 p.m. So we go in there and they include in their appetizers chicken wings, right? So we eat them occasionally. We go in there and we order 2 pounds of wings. It was just me and one friend that day. So we're ordering 2 pounds of wings. One is supposed to be mild, which in this particular restaurant is barbecue. But whatever, it doesn't matter, right? We're used to it. And my friend gets hot. I can't eat hot stuff. I have to really be in the mood. I don't want to do it. And, you know, we all know what happens to people who shouldn't be eating hot stuff when they eat hot stuff. So I just don't. But what this restaurant did, I couldn't believe it. And keep in mind, we've been there 100 times, right? We're talking thousands of dollars worth of bills over the years. You know, probably $1,000 or more in tips to the different servers and things like that. So they come out and they bring us 2 pounds of hot wings. So I'm like, hey, you know, these wings don't look quite right. Are you sure that they're right? Because they all look the same. They took them back into the kitchen. You know what they did? They took half the wings and they just covered them in barbecue sauce, and they brought them right back out on a separate plate. So I ate one. That's the reason that I know. My lips are burning. And I was like, what on earth are you doing? You can't take food back to the kitchen and bring it back out. I know that sometimes we talk about steaks. If they're underdone, yeah, you can ask them to go put it on the grill for another moment or whatever. But with that exception, I don't remember ever in my history seeing a restaurant take food back to the kitchen and bring it back out to a table. So I was kind of amazed, and I am really thrown off. I don't know what on earth made me get into that. Oh, because you mentioned the hot pepper jelly. I can't eat a lot of hot stuff. I just don't. I love the taste of Frank's Red Hot. I swear, if they ever come out with a mild, I know they have mild wing sauce, but if they ever would just make a mild Frank's Red Hot, which I know makes no sense, but I wish they would, because I would drink the stuff as much as anybody else. I love the taste of it. I just can't eat a ton of it. You have to, if you're making, not that I know, because I certainly don't, but if you're making chicken wings with Frank's Red Hot and you want them to be mild, you could just load them with butter. Most of you probably know how to do that better than me. At least our homesteading friends might, or people who make cooking videos and things like that. But it's an idea, right? Jesse Miller Unboxings and More is a longtime dear friend. This is somebody who supports all of my channels wholeheartedly. As a matter of fact, just in the recent months, she has literally spent hours upon hours supporting me both on my personal channel as well as us here in Tuber Chat. She's on the music channel too, and I appreciate that. For anybody that hasn't seen it, we have a copyright-free music channel. There's lots of music there that you can use. Jesse Miller Unboxings and More, of course, is going to do unboxings and more. Now, I see she's got a few videos, so I'm going to take the latest one. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list so I can get caught up a little bit here. And obviously she's going to bring unboxings. She's been a friend of what I think is a couple of years now. Pardon me if I happen to be wrong about that. Sometimes, like I said, I hope everybody takes inspiration from the fact that I start to lose track of how long some of these friendships have gone on with creators. Jesse Miller has got some shorts videos that have gotten into well over 1,200 views, one over 2,200. Which is great to see. And then she's got live streams as well that are occasional. So a couple months, she did one just a couple of days ago, 3 days ago or so. Hopefully I'll catch you for one of these. It's either been a long time or I may not have caught you for a live stream yet, but I've got the notification bell on, so it should be just a matter of time. If you set live streams in advance, we're able to set a notification for them as well. In most cases, that can be helpful. Let's spin the wheel. We'll see who's coming up next. Oh, Wicked Wings. There you go, hot wings, yeah. Oh, that's interesting. Our Georgia Suburban Homestead. I never heard that. Yeah, if they take it back to the kitchen, you figure the chef might be browned off, and we all know the stories we can imagine about that, which I hope are never true. Via Speaks Royally's coming up. Oh, actually, we looked at this channel today, so we're one channel ahead. What I'll do is spin the wheel. I'll tell you another quick story just for a second. But a couple of friends, I moved into a place. I had to stay with a friend of mine for a couple of years. We decided to just hang out together for a while. And I've moved around a little bit in my adult life, many different places. But I was moving in, and we moved into an apartment that was right above a pizza franchise. And these guys have been friends their whole life. The guy who owned the pizza franchise and my friend I was moving in with, his family owned the building. So, as an initiation, I went down to the pizza place, and the guy offered me a free pizza. Hey, you're moving in. Here, have a free slice. And I was like, oh, that's great. He knows I'm going to spend a fortune in that place over the next couple of years. And what they did is they put pure cap on it. And not that I know what I'm talking about, because I'm no authority when it comes to hot peppers and things like that. But it was the hottest thing I've ever had in my life. And they did it as a joke. But since I know that this is probably what they're doing, as soon as I tasted it, I just got in the car and I drove right in, it's almost next door to a grocery store. I just went into the produce aisle, grabbed some celery right off the rack, and started eating it right there. Just to try to save the heat, because we know that celery is a helper. I don't know why they give you carrots with chicken wings. I don't find that helps at all, but we always get celery and carrots with our chicken wings, and the celery seems to help. And, oh, that's cool. Thank you, Jesse Miller. Yes, hopefully I'll catch you for one of these. And then, hopefully I haven't missed anybody. The Stock Explorer is in the house. And then, let me just make sure I get them onto the wheel. Yeah, it must be as soon as you came in, the Stock Explorer. I haven't been telling stories today. And then I just got inspired because we're a little bit ahead. I did a new thing with the wheel now where I cleared some names off a while ago, and that bought me a little bit of extra time. So I figured I'd ramble because everybody must love that. Pardon me just for a quick second, then we're going to talk about Trish The Natural. And I'm just looking at the wheel. Shade Princess Beneficial Knowledge, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. First Floor Audio, I put you on the wheel a while ago. You've been there for a while. I know it's tough to see the names when you're on a phone, but you see right there, I put you on right before Coffee Walks and whatever a while back. I will add some more names to the wheel. It's actually time almost right now, so let me talk about Trish The Natural. And while I'm doing that, I'll refresh my list and get another couple of channels ready to go. So, Trish The Natural is going to talk to us about natural hair care. She's got over 900 subscribers. We'd love to push her a little bit farther towards the magical 1K. That is a very important milestone in all of our YouTube journeys. Trish The Natural, as a pleasant surprise, will do a lot of shout outs in her videos for other channels and influencers. But what she seeks to bring us more than anything else is natural hair care. She does expand into things like wigs and weaves and other beauty products and tips and tricks and tutorials and things like that. But Trish The Natural as well has got presentation at the forefront of her mind. These bright, bold headshots make her recognizable. What I love is the idea that when I roll over these videos, you get a great idea of what's going to be in the video from the thumbnail. And I think that's going to pay off over the long term for this particular creator. You can see she's a dynamic host also. She posts frequently, many times a week usually, and then as well, when we get into shorts videos, we see that this creator's got a couple that have gotten into 2,100 views and beyond. And then when we get into live streams, we see that this creator put one up a couple of weeks ago. Hopefully she'll keep those going. We've got the notification bell on, of course, in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other and making sure we catch each other as often as possible. So, hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. If anybody has the ability to share this stream out right now, by the way, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get another couple of people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signal sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. So I will appreciate it. I'm just looking for what I can do about adding some names to the wheel. I might have to start doing this manually, actually. Kimberly Gila, I'm not sure if you're still here. Blind Stitches Creations might still be in the house. Yes, Blind Stitches Creations. I'm going to add you onto the wheel right now. we still got a long way to go. So hopefully it's been helpful. Native Wildman needs to go live again. They're saying, let's put Native Wildman on the wheel right now. If there's anybody listening or watching that hasn't been on the wheel or the screen, just please say anything at all in the chat. If you've been here for a while, I'll put you on. It's always based on who's been most actively engaged in the chat, so I might wait a while for anybody that's just come in. But let's spin the wheel. We'll see who's coming up next. It looks like it's going to be Ben Cyan Games. There's Henry Nelson. Good to see you here. Oh, there's Kimberly Gila. Okay, I'll get you on the wheel right away, as well as Wayne's World Unlimited, because they are... who's... Oh, Ben Cyan Games, right? I hope that came up, because I started typing and I might have ruined it. And then if any of the mods catch me making a mistake, I'll appreciate it if you let me know, because I looked away there. We know what happens when you take your eyes off the road, right? So Kimberly Gila's on the wheel. Wayne's World Unlimited. Yes, hydrate level 4. It is actually. It's extreme hydration in need, actually, at the moment. Pardon me just for a second here. And we're looking at Ben Cyan Games. So this creator has been on a marathon of live streams for a long period of time. They're literally going live. They call it the Everywhere Forever-a-thon, day 108. They're going live every single day and night. It seems they're bringing gameplay, sometimes talking head videos, but they're usually engaged in gameplay more than anything else. Pardon me. And this creator is here with us in Tuber Chat frequently, just about every day, coming in and out. They got some interesting stuff happening with their shorts, because they got one at 34, one at 4,500, but one breakout shorts that's still moving over 517,000 views, which is great to see. They've also got live streams set up in advance, so I've got notifications on for these, but you can see, like, they happen to be live right now. They do different things like Words on Stream as a game. We've seen that many times before on creators, different streams and things like that. So Ben Cyan Games is now over 4,100 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push him a little bit farther. Dr. Six Legs Judo Chop, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. We'll spin the wheel. The Stock Explorer will come up right now, and then we'll look at Wayne's World Unlimited, who's dropping a super chat. So thank you for that. We always put super chatters on the screen right away in order. Members get added to the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat, and then after a little while I'll add some more names to our wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation. But thank you for that, Wayne's World Unlimited. We'll be looking forward to seeing what you got going on for today. The Stock Explorer is Nora. They're here as a beloved and dedicated moderator as well as a member. They have been for a long time. They're working on 1,900 subscribers right now. They were live, I think, yesterday, right? Doing the lottery ticket scratching with Florida Claimers Ted again. And they do a little bit of that. Mostly what you're going to find on this channel is talk about the stock market and crypto markets. They do it in a level-headed and down-to-earth way, bringing everything from beginner tutorials to advanced topics, including options trading, and we talk a little bit about NFTs. They do a lot of StreamYard panels in their live streams. There could be charts and graphs to see, or friendly conversation. Many months ago, I joined them on their channel for a dedicated 2-hour talk about YouTube, as a matter of fact. And they bring some fun onto the channel with some of the lottery ticket scratching, product reviews. They often have product in hand. I've seen this creator go as far as to invest in a stock, order a product from the company, and then unbox it on a live stream, which I think is really cool. So that's Nora. the Stock Explorer. Of course, they're monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And then Tropical Buzz is a second channel from this creator based in Florida, where they intend to educate us about plant life, some of which is already there, some of which they're going to grow themselves, and they get involved in seed swaps and things like that. They are literally seeming to be working all the time. And Tina A. Well, we're in Dan. Good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. I always appreciate your comments, so thank you for those as well. Next up, Wayne's World Unlimited from the UK. Let's see what he's got going on. He brings a lot of variety on his channel. He's usually outdoors. He's got an interesting shorts video for us to see as well, and it looks like he's done another one to see if he can move off of the success of the first one. I'll show you that in a few minutes there. Now, Wayne's World Unlimited is usually outdoors, giving us either a story to be told or a look around. One of the things this creator does is brings us a lot of outtake videos, which is always fun to see. Not just bloopers, right? Sometimes we just have simple mistakes that are fun. And Wayne's World Unlimited is almost at 500 subscribers now. I'm hoping we can push him a little bit farther. He has to be excited about the new monetization restrictions. 500 subscribers is enough to get into the first level. Shorts are really interesting on this channel as well, because he's got into 5,000 views on several of these. One over 7,500 and one breakout shorts over 238,000 views, which is great to see. So we'll likely see more success from him. Wayne's World Unlimited is here with us frequently. He dropped a super chat, so thank you for that extra generous support. Absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated, and he's done that countless times, as a matter of fact. Philip Lemon, good to see you in the house. They happen to be a member. I'll put them on the wheel right away. And then let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen. So thanks again, Wayne's World Unlimited, for that super chat. And Cabaret Gaming is coming up. This is a longtime friend, and he now has 2 channels as well. So Cabaret Gaming does a lot of live streaming, and I've caught him many times. You'll feel the energy in this creator when you catch him, because he's always having a good time. He keeps up with the chat, and he mixes up the gameplay. So he's played a lot of Grand Theft Auto. Right now, he is into a different game, Prince of Persia. I haven't seen that, actually, that I know of. Assassin's Creed is on the channel. Lots of familiar and popular titles. I'm always happy to see Grand Theft Auto, because that's my game of choice, of course. Live streams, he mixes up the gameplay here as well, and streams frequently. I just caught him a couple weeks ago. He's live almost every single day and posting almost every day. Some of the shorts on this channel, I just want to point this out for anybody that does gaming content, but look at some of these shorts. 15,000, 32,000, 35,000, which is great to see. And then Cabaret Vlogs is a second channel from this creator, where we get tips, tricks, tech, tutorials, and a few vlogs from the same creator behind Cabaret Gaming. He's been another dear friend of about 3 years, and I catch him frequently on his original channel. He's going to start live streams here. He's got videos that come up as well. All of these will be helpful. Some of them are advanced, as a matter of fact, or at least in my position, and then some shorts are, in my opinion, and then some shorts that have moved into 500 views and beyond, which is great to see. Ace Flaw 1, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. That's Andy. He's been with me since long before Tuber Chat was even a thought. I believe I've known Andy for close to 4 years now. As a matter of fact, he was with me on my personal channel through all the Playlist Buddy experiments we were doing before we even started streaming on Tuber Chat. Doof Doof Paranormal, Karen from Australia, an extremely generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. Good to see you in the house. Thanks for dropping that highlighted milestone message. That actually had you take over our Stream Boss position, and the Stream Boss is that video game life meter under my camera there. Every Super Chat and membership and highlighted milestone message knocks a little bit of life off of the Stream Boss. The last person to knock it out takes over and gets some extra exposure, and so that will be Doof Doof Paranormal for a while now. Come Hither with Heather is now over 1,000 subscribers. This creator brings us abandoned location explorations and paranormal investigations. I've joined them on their channel a couple of times, as a matter of fact, and I see that they've actually got an unboxing video coming up, so thank you for that. They're going to do it on a live stream, it looks like, as well. So in our 600th episode, which is about a couple of months ago now, we did a giveaway, and we've only done that twice before. We did it for episode 500 and episode 600. I don't know what we're going to do about episode 700 yet, so we'll figure that out when in a few months when it gets closer. But this creator was one of 6 recipients of a prize, so they're going to do an unboxing. That'll be really, really cool. And Come Hither with Heather's been a dear friend for a long time. She wants to help others grow. She brings a little bit of variety in between the abandoned location explorations on her channel. But this creator also does a lot of live streaming. I just want to see the shorts for a second, and then I'm going to talk about Drew's adventures and Werner's adventures. These creators, Drew is here, Werner's here, these creators came to Canada for a vacation, and I managed to connect with them. We went and had breakfast together at a popular restaurant here, and I got a chance to talk to them about a 5-week vacation that they took through the United States and Canada, which was really, really cool. Now, the reason why I bring this up is because Come Hither with Heather and Werner's Adventures are partners, and they bring similar content. So we see Werner's Adventures is really chugging along here at almost 4,000 subscribers, and they've got some more live streams and videos that bring us more abandoned location explorations. So I've got the latest video, put that in my catch-up list there, but you'll find Come Hither with Heather and Werner's Adventures on each other's channels all the time, along with often Drew's Adventures as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with these creators. They have been dear friends for a long time, but are incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporters. So I'm just going to look for, there it is. X1 just dropped a super chat, so thank you for that extra generous support. I really do appreciate that. Absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated, of course. X1 is a fairly new channel with 25 subscribers. We'd love to push them a little bit farther towards the first 100. We know that the road to the first 100 is more challenging than ever before, but as long as we do as much as we can for each other, we see channels growing, hitting different milestones like the first 100 and far beyond all the time. When we look at this creator, we see shorts front and center on the channel. And these have started to get into thousands of views already, 2,100, 2,500, 5,100, which is great to see. And then just one video, but most of their stuff is very short. So we'll be looking forward to more videos from X1. Thank you again for the super chat. They've done that several times before, and I really do appreciate the extra generous support. Right now, what I should do is just say if I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see specifically, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. We're going to look at Kimberly Gila next. We're going to go for hopefully just one more break, but it'll be 3.5 minutes and then we'll be right back. All right, we're looking at Kimberly Gila in a second here. One of the things you'll notice that people say in the chat here often is talking about swapping playlists, right? So that's an arrangement that anybody can make. All you have to do is say, I'm willing to swap playlists in the chat. You're just agreeing to run a playlist of videos for somebody else. They're agreeing to run a playlist of yours. The reason why I push it so much here in Superchat is because it's a great way to get a friendship started and trade favors with somebody. Thank you, Get to the Farm. Because it's an arrangement when we talk about swapping playlists where you're agreeing to run a playlist of videos for somebody else, you don't necessarily have to sit there and watch every single second of every single video. You have to keep in mind different channels have different playlists of different sizes. Some of our gaming friends might have live streams that can make a playlist go on for literally days or even longer. Whereas traditionally, somebody like Scratch and PPA, who puts out videos once a week at 10 minutes, might have a playlist of anywhere from 3 hours to 5 hours to 10 to 20. Most creators will ask for a fair trade, so you can chop your channel up into lots of different playlists. It's great for, getting your viewers to binge watch a lot of your content as well. So it's a simple arrangement that can be made. You can imagine by getting a lot of other creators to run a playlist for you, your hours are going to stack up. But the real magic of it is the friendships that are made by trading favors, because every time you make a new true friend that cares about your content and your channel, they'll be there to catch most of what you're going to come up with moving forward. So it's great that you might have 20 or 30 videos for somebody to watch now, but imagine the next 50 you're going to come out with. So they're going to be there for most of them, and that's where your watch hours really start to grow exponentially. And there you go. Yeah, X1 over time, you're going to post a lot of videos, I'm sure. And I know a year can feel like a long time. And for those of us who are older than some of the others in the chat, we're all going to agree, I'm sure, time goes faster the older that you get. A year is really not that long when we think about our YouTube journey. And a year from now, you might have another 50 videos, maybe even 100, who knows, right? And you'll start to see your watch hours in your channel will really have grown in that period of time. We're seeing channels monetized faster than ever these days. The other secret to that sometimes is long-form content, right? I'm not a fan of a lot of the live streams that are made just to pump up watch hours, because when you have to go through the monetization process, it's very possible that a human being is going to look at your channel, and YouTube doesn't really want us to flood the system with things that people wouldn't consider true content. So you got to think about that, silent live streams and things like that. Not saying I'm right, I'm just saying none of the moderators here have done it. I don't do it. Not that it's the worst thing in the world, but you just want to keep it in mind. Everybody who wants to get monetized gets there eventually, right? If you're, a positive person and not using your channel just for trolling and attacking others, then everybody who wants to have 10,000 subscribers can eventually get there. Everybody who wants to be monetized can get there. And like I said, we see it happening all the time. Kimberly Gila's up here with 74 subscribers. We'd love to push them towards that first 100. We know that the road to the first 100 is more challenging than ever before, but as long as we're all doing as much as we can for each other, we see channels growing, hitting different milestones like the first 100 and far beyond all the time. They got a couple of shorts here, and these have gotten into almost a couple hundred views, which is great. They're posting frequently as well, so I'm just going to take their latest video. It's only a couple minutes long, but I'll put that in my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to catch up with them a little bit, and you can see that sometimes they're indoors, most often they're outdoors, and bringing us pure variety on their channel. They do a little bit of traveling, cooking, gardening, walking around their city, and then talking about important topics. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that. They've been here with us frequently. X1 is focusing on shorts mainly, so it's possible to get monetized just with shorts as well. You have to get 3 million views in 90 days to make that happen, but if you're posting shorts all the time and some of these are really starting to fly, then it certainly is possible, right? Coffee Walks and Whatever is up right now. Another couple of fellow Canadians. This is OJ and Deb. They've got a few more videos since the last time I caught them. I'm just going to grab one of their latest videos about downsizing for retirement, which is interesting. I think anybody can use, not anybody, but a lot of people can use some help with organization, tidying up, and things like that. Coffee Walks and Whatever is working on 1,300 subscribers right now. And then they got some shorts on the channel that have started to move as well into 2,700, 3,700, even 5,000 views and beyond. Live streams on the channel are frequent as well. They just did one yesterday, and they seem to be doing these a couple times a week, which is great. I've caught them a few times where we get to hang out and get to know OJ and Deb. I caught them actually for Deb's birthday a while back. That's a few months ago. We'll look forward to that coming around again next year. And coffee walks and whatever are here with us frequently, and I see them out supporting other creators as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with them. I'm sure you'll be happy for the support that comes back from them after you do. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen. And thank you, Cabaret Gaming. I know your time zone is way off from ours, so I appreciate you being here. Karen from Australia is coming up right now with a channel called Doof Doof Paranormal. I always talk about the shorts on this channel as well because she's put a lot of production value into these, and I'm always happy to see that. Some of you might have seen some of the shorts that even I've put out where I just point a camera at something and let it go. So I'm not expecting my millions of views or anything like that. There's always a winning the lottery aspect. We can hit into the thousands. But Doof Doof Paranormal's doing something that I hope I will take some inspiration from and putting production value into their shorts. And you'll see that when you get there. So these have started to move now. One of them over 1,200 views, which is great to see. The channel's getting close to 400 subscribers, and they're doing a lot of live streams as well. Now hopefully I'll catch you for another one of these again soon. I caught them about a month ago. They're doing these a couple of times a week. They did one yesterday, so hopefully I'll catch them again. And maybe it's every week. Is it weekly that you're doing these, it looks like almost? And then let's look at the videos on the channel. So Doof Doof Paranormal is going to talk to us about haunted locations. So they interview paranormal investigators, as well as they're looking at towards sorting fact from fiction, right? And we have a vibrant community of paranormal channels or creators that explore abandoned locations as well. And we've had that for a few years now, which is great. Brandon's Recovery, good to see you here. We've actually got so many friends in the paranormal genre for so long now that I've been out on a few paranormal investigations myself with Huntophobia and Reckless Adventures. So I may join them again at any point in the near future. Ace Flaw 1 is coming up. This is a creator I was talking about that I've known for close to 4 years now. He's been with me since long before Tuber Chat was even a thought. And Andy's been here the whole time. So now after 600 episodes of Tuber Chat, it's interesting to see somebody who's been a friend for so long coming back to support others after all this time, while his channel's grown to over 4,300 subscribers. He usually brings travel videos, but they are sporadic. So he plays occasionally, and he's got a brand new video from a few days ago, so I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to catch up with his latest content. He's also done a few shorts on his channel, and we see that one of these has gotten into 1,400 views, which is great to see. And hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with him. Ace Flaw 1 will be willing to swap playlists. He talks about that here in the chat as well. Also, I haven't mentioned it for a while, but if anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. And if you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Native Wildman is coming up on the screen right now. We'll see what's going on with them. I've just put a link in the chat, and that is for Mike and Rihanna's adventures. They are live right now, so we'll go over and raid them after Tuber Chat. And they're already running. They'll let you meet more friends and family members while you're over there. Native Wildman is a channel I'm still getting to know. They got 777 subscribers. I'm just looking at the shorts videos on this channel, and we see that these have gotten into 2,100 views, 2,500. One of them over 5,800. 5,800 views, which is great to see. So they got a bit of variety here in these. Live streams on the channel seem to be occasional, and it's been a while, so we'll see if they're going to pick those back up. But they've been posting videos frequently lately, actually a few times a week. So I'll take the latest one, Cooking Fish Lakeside. I'll put that into my catch-up list, see what they've got going on there. And then when we read the About page, we'll get an idea about what they are talking about on their channel: fishing, fly tying, knives, and other random things. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that. I'll enjoy getting to know the channel, and hopefully we can push them a little bit closer towards the 800 subscribers that they're thinking about. And let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel going. Philip Lemon is coming up. Yeah, Native Wildman, when it comes to playlists, I mean, it's been many years we've been doing this now, and I've been lucky enough to be able to have several devices to be able to help with. But sometimes people pull out old phones and tablets and things like that. But the truth is, you know, I never want anybody to feel pressured about the things that we do for each other. As long as every person is doing as much as they can, that's going to be enough for everybody, I promise you. You see channels growing, hitting different milestones all the time. And then Brandon's recovery. So usually what happens is after a long period of time, I'll add some names to the wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation. I'm going to put your channel on the wheel right now, and I'm going to get... I just lost one channel in the chat there. Yeah, we'll see if we're going to have... we've still got a couple minutes. I can put another channel or two on if we want to. Philip Lemon is here with 169 subscribers, and this is another longtime friend. And hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. We'd love to push them towards the 200 they're thinking about. They got some shorts here that we'll look at first. And these have gotten into 1,500 views and beyond on a couple of them. When we look at their... videos, we see that they just put out a brand new iPhone 15 reveal video, so I'm going to put that in my catch-up list, and that will give me a chance to keep caught up with them. They do live streams with a lot of video gameplay, including Stardew Valley. I want to try this game. My son is a bigger gamer than I am, but I asked him about this the other day because I said people are playing a lot of Stardew Valley, and I haven't watched as much as you might think, but it looks a lot like something like Legend of Zelda to me, like an RPG. And he's like, no, it's kind of its own thing. It's a big independent game, so it's not even like from a major publisher originally. So I'm looking forward to getting to know it a little bit better. Henry Nelson, there you are. That's the channel I was going to put up on the wheel. I'll get that on. And we'll spin. We'll get another channel up on the screen. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up, or at mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. I'll make a last call. If there's anybody listening or watching that hasn't been on the wheel or the screen, just please say anything at all in the chat. We'll get you on there right now. Henry Nelson is going to come up. This is the first time we're looking at this channel, but they've been with us before. Now, I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, but what I'm going to do is take one of your videos, and I usually look for something longer if you have one. We always connect with videos that are 3 minutes or longer, so we got to kind of dig through the channel for that. I'm hoping you've got one that's a bit longer than that I can connect with. I see a 253. That one would be okay. And lots of wildlife videos here as well, eh? And I am Canadian, so that was an authentic A. So here's a 3-minute video. I'm going to take this one and put it in my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch your video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, and put your notification bell on. That should make our connection stick. And then hopefully you have our notification bell on as well so you don't miss our further live streams. We are usually here 3 or 4 times a week. We mix up the days and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. And there you go. Yeah, Henry Nelson, I understand. So Blind Stitches Creations is coming up, and I see Kid Wonder's in the house. They might have a brand new channel, so we'll have a look at what they're doing there. Kid Wonder has been a dear friend of about 4 years, close to it. He is one of the most supportive creators in the beginnings of the Tuber Chat channel creation, so much so that he was actually chosen as the very first creator to be featured in the Tuber Chat live streams on episode number 2. So hopefully everybody will connect with him. He's got a few channels, as a matter of fact. I'll show you a few of those when we get them up. Blind Stitches Creations is here, and this is another creator we're seeing for the first time, but they've been with us before. I'm just going to dig through their channel because, again, I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream. I'm going to take this 9-minute video. I'm going to put this in my my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch that video in full. I'll leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn the notification bell on. That should make our connection stick, and then hopefully they have our notification bell on as well so they don't miss our further live streams. We are always here 3 or 4 times a week, but we mix up the days and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. I'm going to drop the link for our raid again. We're going to go over and see Mike and Rihanna's adventures. They are live right now, and they'll allow us to continue meeting friends and family members while we're over there. You'll notice I just adjusted my green screen. On my personal channel, I have a review of this along with some of the other streaming gear that I use. But this is really, really cool because it's just a stand that sticks up on a tripod and you can move it around. But I've been using this thing for 3 years now, and it's still in perfect condition, so I love it. Brandon's Recovery is up for the first time as well. So I know the speech, but I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream. What I'm going to do then is take one of your videos, and I'll take the latest one that you put out here because it's 13 minutes. I'll put this in my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch your video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, turn your notification bell on as I do for all creators. That should make our connection stick, and then hopefully you have our notification bell on as well so you don't miss our further live streams. We are usually here 3 or 4 times a week, but we mix up the days and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. First Floor Audio is up from the UK right now. This is a talented producer and performer. We'll talk about his content in a second. Rosie Wren, the queen of YT Forever. Good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. I wonder if that's Rosie from Kid Wonder and Rosie. Is that it? Please let me know if you are. Because Kid Wonder recently renamed a couple of his channels, as a matter of fact. So I'm just curious. But it's good to see you here for the first time. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here, and everybody will be willing to connect. So please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. And if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. Dark Swordsman Gaming is a member, so I'm going to put them on the wheel right now. And First Floor Audio is here with over 1,200 subscribers and working on 1,300. This creator produces different types of music. And one of the things I find, I worked in the music business for many, many, many years. And usually when you meet a producer, they stick to 1 or 2 different genres of music. But Lee seems to be extremely talented and diverse in the different types of music that he makes. Now, when you catch this creator on their channel, you can find all of his original works to be enjoyed and listened to as well. Shorts are used on the channel just to promote a couple of live streams. But in the live streams, he's got a few series, and this is where Lee will either be producing or performing or both. You can find him singing, and he's even able to bring you right into the content. Many times I've been there, he breaks right into a Tuber Chat song for like 3 minutes. It's different every time. So one of the things he's got here is a series called Radio 1FA, where he puts all of his creations together, and then sometimes he has StreamYard panels on his live streams as well. Lots of different things to see when we get there, so hopefully everybody will enjoy that. And he recently celebrated 200 live streams, which is great to see. It's quite a wonderful thing when we celebrate different milestones like that, because we know that our friends, especially those who care about us very much, will be happy to celebrate with us. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen. Kid Wonder's Music Corner we're going to see right now, and that might be a brand new channel from our longtime friend. I've been connected to Kid Wonder since long before Tuber Chat was even a thought, to be honest with you. I see he's already working on this channel. It just started with 6 subscribers right now. Now, you know, because you've been through this many times, Kid Wonder, I'm not going to watch videos or subscribe right now, but what I'm going to do is take one of your videos, and I'll take just the latest one you did here. I'm going to put this into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch that video in full. I will give you a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn the notification bell on as I do for all creators. That should make our connection stick, and then I know that Kid Wonder is always connected here and has the notification bell on as well. Now, Kid Wonder and Rosie's Life of Wonder is where we see Kid Wonder's original channel, now over 21,000 subscribers. This creator brings pure variety, usually in a vlogging style, but he's also got some shorts over here that have done well, getting into 1,400 and 2,900 views, as well as live streams. Dark Swordsman Gaming, good to see you. I put you on the wheel, by the way. Black Phoenix, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. And when we look at Kid Wonder and Rosie's Life of Wonder, we see live streams. These can be random. The content can go just about anywhere when we get there. And we'll look at Kid Wonder's gaming and live stream as well. And this is where I've actually collaborated with Kid Wonder on this pool game that you see. We play 8-ball pool. I just happened to play it casually for many years, and I noticed he was playing. So we got together one night and played on his channel for about an hour. You can search that out when you get there. But you can see he's doing well. Over 4,600 subscribers here. Monetized, lots of ways to support him, including super chats and memberships when we get there. I'm just going to show you Kid Wonder presents in random news. And this is another channel from our friend Kid Wonder. So we'll see if he's going to keep this channel going. He's got quite a few channels. And then the Mukbang Show with Kid Wonder is another channel that he's got going on where we see mukbang videos from our dear friend Kid Wonder. So hopefully everybody will connect with him. And there is Rosie. So Rosie is with Kid Wonder, and that's why the channel was recently renamed Kid Wonder and Rosie's Life of Wonder and Kid Rosie and Wonder's gaming and live stream. So I'm just going to grab Rosie Wren, the Queen of YT Forever. Now, I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, but what I'm going to do is take one of your videos. I'll take this 5-minute one, and I'm going to put this in my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch your video in full. I will give you a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn the notification bell on. That should make our connection stick. And hopefully you have our notification bell on as well, so you don't miss our further live streams. We're usually here 3 or 4 times a week, but Kid Wonder, of course, knows us well. Kid Wonder, I'm just curious if you got your prize, if you got your tripod stand as well. He was one of the winners that we saw from Come Hither with Heather earlier as well from our 600th episode. So hopefully you got that and enjoy it. I use it all the time. I don't have one beside me right now, but I've actually got a couple of those things. Dark Swordsman Gaming is up right now, bringing us a lot of video gameplay. I'm just going to drop the link for our raid. We're going to go over to Mike and Rihanna's adventures right now. They will allow us to continue meeting friends and family members. They're already live over there. Just please mention Tuber Chat Raid when you get there, and I'll be over there for a few minutes as well. Thank you, everybody, for the time that you spent. I really do appreciate every moment I really do appreciate every moment everybody can be here. Even if you're just coming by quickly to say hello or drop a thumbs up in the chat. And then Dark Swordsman Gaming is going to bring us video gameplay. I'm going to put Black Phoenix on the wheel as well. They happen to be a longtime friend. When we look at the videos on this channel, we see that they're mixing things up here with quite a few different games, and then live streams, they do the same thing. They've been a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter for a long time. There's some more Stardew Valley. Like I said, I want to see that game because I didn't know that that's like one of the biggest indie games of all times. I wonder if any of our gaming friends have seen the indie game documentary movie. I'm not sure if it was on Netflix or where it was, but I watched that and found it pretty fascinating. And then they did a second part to it as well, talking about some indie developers. and I always find that stuff interesting. Black Phoenix, I'm going to put you on the screen right now. We spun just for fun, and again, thank you everybody for the time that you spent. We'll see you again soon. I'm not sure when we're doing the next live stream, because at my workplace, where I'll be for a few days, we don't know when the internet is going to get fixed. It went out on us in the middle of a live stream, but the ISP let us know something's wrong. They have to come out to look at it and fix it, so it might be a major problem. At the very latest, we'll be back next weekend, but I'm hoping to do at least one midweek stream. We usually do it on Tuesday or Wednesday, so keep your eyes on for that, open for that. I'll try to post in advance if we're going to do it. Black Phoenix is here with 279 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them towards the 300 they're thinking about. They bring us more video gameplay, usually with Hunt, which is a very popular game. We'll look at shorts on the channel. We see that this creator has gotten into 1,800 views on a couple of these, which is great to see. And then live streams are occasional on the channel as well. They seem to be doing these sporadically, sometimes once or twice a week. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. And Black Phoenix has been another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. Thanks, everyone. Let's go over and see Mike and Rihanna's adventures. I'll meet you over there. Thanks again. Bye-bye, everyone.